Do anything.
Yeah, I guess they realize that a lot of people would just like straight up leave if they like get too busy with that. A lot of people just straight up leave. Hello everyone! I am a PhD today because my camera died. Isn't that fun?
Yeah, it is.
And I'm very happy because I got a new cooler for my CPU, and this is the first time I stream and my CPU is in 90 degrees.
Ugh.
It is only 65, which considering I am at like 80% utilization is pretty good. Oh Jesus Christ! I need to clean my fucking like the disk I use for the bots.
I just turned off my very loud fan. So, oh, we're in our library in the house. This is the nicest room you've brought me into.
You think so?
It's very beautiful.
Yeah.
I like libraries.
Yeah, libraries are fine. I like the smell. I don't like reading, but I like the smell.
Yeah, I'm fine with reading.
I mean, I
don't mind
like
it too much.
I
but-
like reading, but my brain is kind of stupid. So
Well, I mean, like,
it is hard to concentrate.
I think you did say you have like ADD.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just quirky
You're
like
back
that.
for another week. You're just okay.
I'm hunter peel. That's what.
Oh, shut up. Stop using these words. Just stop. Just use the clinical word. I'm so tired of pilled and slop and whatever adjective. Just use words. Stop inventing words, everyone.
But that's what having ADHD
Or
is.
like
Is being hunter peeled.
or just like or oh my god. It's not really the invention of word. Well, I suppose if you mash them together, but still, it's I'm so
I
sick
mean,
of
we've
it.
been doing this for forever. Like just think about that. Like you know why we call scandals gates? We call scandals gates because Watergate
Because
was a building.
Watergate. Yeah.
So now
Well,
every
even then,
so now every
I don't
scandal
feel
is a
like
gate.
I don't even feel like it got that popular until we got to Gamergate because everything kind of just equated, right?
Yeah.
And then people didn't even know what it was about, but they just use it offhand. But like pilled is getting there to excessive degrees. Slop as well. Slop is getting there for any media. For someone to just kind of dismiss it, sort of.
Did you hear that? Like we don't call co-op games co-op anymore. We call them friends
We
love.
call them friend slop. I hate all of this.
I don't know. Like I feel like friends love is what you say if you don't have friends to play games with.
Yeah, exactly. I really, oh my god,
And
I'm
like
just so
I like
tired of
I
that.
don't I don't like multiplayer games a lot, but that's not because I don't have friends. That's because I don't like multiplayer. It's different. I
Um,
like doing other
look,
stuff with my friends.
I like multiplayers. I just think the problem is like as you grow older as an adult, the feasibility of you all getting a night where you can all do a multiplayer, it gets tougher.
Yeah.
So
But like it's
the
not.
pr-
I don't say friends love because I do have friends. I just like doing other stuff with my friends instead.
I don't even think I dislike friend slop outright. It's just like the alternative works fine. I dislike the replacements when they don't really serve a purpose. Because like, of course, the OCD brain goes is like, okay, if you have a shorthand and you're saving a syllable or writing it out, okay, I can understand the abbreviation. But co-op is shorter than friend slop when you type it out,
Yeah.
and also it's the same amount of syllables. So if you just say it out loud, what's the point? All it does is to convey a negative about the idea of like, can you believe people have friends? And it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, I can. I can believe you don't have any.
And it's like okay, so like if friends if co-op is friends love, is competitive like enemies love, hates love. What is it?
Oh my god, yeah, you're right. I'm fucking. I just put a bullet in me. I'm done.
Hate. I don't know. I kind of like hates love.
No, that sounds more gross when I think about it because it's a little too close to like another word we know. It's just like,
Yeah.
like hate slop sounds like the aftermath of a different hate thing.
And like yeah, like breakups love and like
Breakup slop? Oh, is it just breakup music and breakup movies and stuff like that?
yeah. We should start calling like
Hmm.
am I anime slop? Is that what this is?
I guess VTubers are. I guess you can just add slop to anything. I know, I'm sure. I'm so used to just sounding old on like slang. And to be fair, that's gonna happen in future generations. Because
Yeah.
because I know Gen Z has complained about Gen Alpha slang, and I'm sure Gen Alpha is
I
gonna
mean,
complain about Gen Beta slang.
I know
It's
people who
just
are
how
like
life is.
I know 90-year-old people who are like confused, like what the fuck is a 24 karat labubu?
Yeah. Yeah. But it's just
Which
like,
like that is one thing I don't
yeah.
understand. Like every time there is a viral like toy, every time it is uglier than the last one, and I don't understand why. Can we
I
get a
don't understand how I don't know how the Labubu craze went that hard, but like,
can we get like
I'll like,
can we get like a
yeah, go
viral
ahead.
toy that isn't ugly like once?
Well, what would you want? Okay, let's say you can bring back a viral toy of our era, right? So, oh, by the way, Candy, I found another annoying thing because of cookies probably listening in to us on browsers,
Yeah.
right? It's like because of the whole our conversation of where we categorize you as a millennial or a Gen Z,
Yeah.
and you get to be in this new class called Zillennial.
Oh,
You-
that's murder. That's a
Yeah,
murder happening.
like I okay. I don't want to sound mean, but you know when like you just see random like I don't know articles like opinion pieces or whatever on the internet, and the title alone just makes you mad or
Yeah,
gives you like some sort of judgment to, and it doesn't even need to elicit anger. It's just like this title makes me think that the author is insecure about themselves.
yeah.
Or it's just like something so stupid. Like it's the height of like there was one where it's like
And like you can tell, like there is a
people made fun of me for buying a stone oven to make my pizza.
yeah,
But really,
and like you can
yeah.
tell there is a difference. There is a difference between a headline that is like stupid because an AI wrote it, and a headline that is stupid because it was written by a deeply unpleasant person.
Yeah.
Like there's a
Feel like
difference.
I think maybe that's also why I dislike the invention of certain words is just like just just be fine with the categorization or something, or just be like the weird in between. And it's just like I don't know.
What
Millennial?
honestly, just call my generation age slope. I think that would be better. Call my generation age slope.
Oh,
Hey
hi
Star.
Star. Long time no see.
Hi Star. Hello,
But like
hello.
yeah. But like yeah, no. Apparently you're classified as a zillennial, which brings questions
Just
as to
call me a
how we do
slur.
this. Are boomer millennials millennials? Are Z alphas alphas? What's an alpha beta? This raises many questions.
You don't want to start asking questions about alphas and betas around VTubers.
Oh yeah, oh, my fucking yeah, you're right. We'll call the in between the Alibaba generation. Eh,
Just
the
call me age
Alibaba.
slop. Call me age slop. Call me Gen
Oh,
slop.
oh god, I hate slop. I hate it. I hate it. Omegaverse. You know the con I went to had a panel about the Omegaverse, and I was too afraid to go because it was like at 9 p.m. and it was gonna go on till like midnight, and I was just like,
Oh
do I want
no,
to learn
man.
about the Omegaverse? Because here's the thing, I know very little about it. I've only heard it in passing, so I was just like, I'd be fine to learn.
You ever
But it was like 9 p.m.
you ever
and it
heard
was
of the
like the con
lawsuit?
at night. I'm like, no, oh no, I haven't. What's the...
Because like Omegaverse has been like predominantly like like gay. Yeah, like homoerotic, like men, women, stuff like that, right?
Okay,
Um,
wait. Could you correct me? Because this is the only thing I may or may not know of the Omegaverse. Is the Omegaverse like heavily on the male pregnancy thing too?
yeah, it is like
Okay, all right, cool.
so like
I know at least one thing. How could I miss that start? It was like at 9, and the commute back home would have mean I'd have to come back home at like 1 a.m. to 2 a.m. And like having pets is like not a good idea. So like I was like,
yeah.
yeah,
But like the thing is like yeah, so yeah, like Omegaverse is mostly like yaoi, you know, men loving men stuff. Um,
yeah.
but there is like subsections of that are like, you know, like straight.
Is the Omegaverse like is yaoi subsection, or is it just LGBTQT encapsulate subsection?
It's just gay. It doesn't like
Oh,
it is not
yeah, yeah.
it is not related to you specifically.
Okay, yeah, all right.
I mean yaoi. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, like most of it is like MLM, but there is like some straight
Hmm.
and some like Yuri, Omegaverse, stuff like that. Um,
Yeah.
and the thing is like at some point someone published a book that was straight Omegaverse.
Hmm.
And then other people started publishing books that were straight Omegaverse, and the woman who published the first one started suing the other people, claiming that she
Oh,
patented the idea,
that's so fucking lame.
claiming that she was the one who owned the idea of like the straight Omegaverse. It's like I
But
am.
like the Omegaverse isn't your invention, lady.
No,
You're
no, no, but
just
like she wasn't claiming that she owned the Omegaverse. She was claiming that she owned the
yeah, but
idea of
like
it being straight, like of making
yeah, but
straight stories inside of the.
that's like if someone like I don't know, like they were the first person to mix like Coca-Cola and like Sprite, and then other people started mixing Coca-Cola and then other drinks, and then she sued them.
Yeah,
Be
because
like,
I
but
came up
that
with the
the
idea of
core
mixing Coca
ingredient
Cola.
isn't your yeah, it's like because that shit isn't yours to begin with.
Yeah,
So wait,
so like it was like
you
there was a lot of drama about those lawsuits and stuff like that. And then Lindsay Ellis, who is like one of those like video like people who make like 1 hour video essays about stuff you had never heard about,
Mm.
but they are like weirdly compelling, so you watch it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
She made a video about that, and then they sued her. They sued her too, and she won anyway because it was fucking stupid.
Yeah, no, that's pretty funny. I mean, like it's a dumb lawsuit to begin with. It's like one of those situations where people, I mean, usually I think if anything you can technically countersue to that
Yeah,
because depending like if the party has wasted if the party doesn't understand copyright law and they're depending on their intent, I think that it can be considered like something akin to fraud.
yeah,
Yeah, cuz I want to say this was like something where two YouTubers they made like a pseudo record label or something and then they just started flagging videos and shit for music to take them down and also that but then like they were generating money off of it but then they were taken in for fraud. So
yeah.
I don't know if this is like adjacent to that.
I don't know. Uh, but yeah, like and like the whole situation produced one of my favorite like kinds of videos on YouTube, and is that like when someone makes a video about a stupid situation that they are like an outsider of, so they try to be like neutral and like nice to everyone and like not pass judgment, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then someone in that situation gets the person who made the video involved. So now the person who makes the video makes a second video being like, a right, bitch, gloves are off.
Oh, so the person who was initially neutral is like, "Oh, you wanted an enemy? All right." Is that the energy?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. I
yeah.
was trying to
Then
be
yeah.
nice, but fuck you.
If you somehow anger the person who's trying to give like to hear you out, like you're in your own grave. Like,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Yeah. I would like if you send me a something crash. What the fuck?
Oh.
Oh, it's OBS. That's good because OBS doesn't actually crash until you hit OK on the confirm button.
Yeah, yeah. It's a weird application.
Um, but yeah, if you send me a fic, I will read it when I have time, which is not a lot lately, but I will try to like make some time.
Why don't you just do I mean as long as you cull content for it, why don't you just do readings as streams for fanfics
Oh,
that people will send you? You could do that.
oh yeah, that would be, but that could get messy.
It could.
But it would
But
be
well,
really funny.
your guidelines would have to be like obviously you can't put anything
Yeah,
too morose if it were, but
but like actually, like how does Omegaverse like straight Omegaverse works? Because like
I
the
don't
point is like
know
the
what
the male
regular
pregnancy, right?
Omegaverse.
So like,
I, I don't know. I'd believe whatever you told me about the Omegaverse. I'm very not. Maybe I should have went to that.
no, you shouldn't have. Because here's the thing about anime conventions: anything that ends on 12 a.m. it's an orgy.
No, no, I can promise you that doesn't happen in the one that I think we had like, cause like in order for it to work, cause the panel. No, wait, was the panel in the hotel or in the main building? No, it was in the main building. If it was in the hotel, you could make an argument, but it's like,
Oh no, I have heard stories of like people going to conventions and like opening a random door in the hall and finding like all of the furries in the convention just having a go at it.
oh well, that's a furry con. That's like the Marriott Hotel. That's like yeah.
And I don't remember
Of
which one.
course,
And I don't remember which one it was, but there was a recent convention about
Andy's
like
talking
anime
about
and
the
VTubers.
Omegaverse.
There was like a recent convention about like anime and VTubers, and there was a lot of VTubers there, and someone posted like in all caps on Twitter like, I don't mind if you're going to have an orgy with other VTubers, but close the fucking windows.
Yeah, just you.
Like close the fucking shutters.
Yeah, valid. I'm very much that energy too. I'd be like, yeah, do whatever you want. Just don't put it in my line of sight.
Or do, I don't know.
I bought this.
I like watching.
Well, you would, because you want to be in the cuck chair because you have your cuck chair office chair. But like me, I'd be
I
like, I want
realized what
to.
I was saying in the middle of the sentence and what I couldn't
Yeah,
stop
yeah,
myself.
you were. But like, I just want to go about my day. I don't want to have to turn my head and see that. About this hotel room. I'm sure. Well, I mean, I went to the Ottawa hotel. That was, yeah.
I mean, there are a lot of stories of like furries like really like getting violent in conventions. There was a story about like a furry convention where someone like deploys like mustard gas,
Hmm.
and there has been like multiple shootings. It's like and there was like this whole thing where like there was a furry convention and they started throwing diapers. like dirty diapers everywhere, and they got banned from the hotel, and there's never going to be another horror convention in the city again.
I don't know what. I don't. Why? Okay, here's the thing about like the furry community. I have nothing against furries. I know a couple actually, and they're very polite and well mannered. I don't like talking to them when they're down bad though. It's a conversation that I'm just like I want to get out of here. Is like I think about it, cause like most of them are just people, right? Well, I mean they are all people, but it's just like
Yeah, I
they're
think it was
probably just doing.
rainforest.
They're all just like doing their 9 to 5s, right?
Yeah.
And so like there's gotta be situations where there's like a dude in a cubicle and he has a calendar on his cubicle, and then there's like one date that's red circled and everyone questions what it is, but he doesn't answer. And that's the day he just decides to go as a blue squirrel
And throw diapers at people.
and throw diapers at people. Or just like, I don't know, do what blue squirrels do.
If you were to get a fursuit, what animal would it be?
I would not get a fursuit. But what would I like if I had to?
Yeah, like if you had to, like if someone was just like, hey, I'm going to give you a fursuit right now.
Okay, well, all right.
Give me an
How
animal.
much does this have? How much does this have to be? How much does this have to be like anthropomorphic versus like
It has to be a fursuit, not a costume. It has to be a fursuit.
like a fursuit like you would usually see?
Yeah, like a
Stuff?
fursona.
Oh god. I don't like any of these that I'm thinking in my head. Can I be a scaly?
Yeah. Yeah, I can allow that.
I guess like a dragon or something. You could do like a Yu-Gi-Oh based dragon thing. That'd be like,
Yeah.
be like, I guess there's one Yu-Gi-Oh card where it's just like someone just wants to fuck Blue Eyes. Like there's no debate. I've shown Candy this card and she's like, what were they doing? Like,
Yeah.
it's a card where you
Tequila.
look at the it's a Yu-Gi-Oh card where like someone at Konami legitimately wants to sleep with the Blue Eyes dark like white dragon.
I mean, like they wouldn't even be the first person, the first person I know
I'm
that
gonna
wants to do that.
yeah, you're right, but it's still like not even a hint of subtlety. Not even a little bit. Like you just went full out, just like yeah, this is what I want.
I wonder how many more people are going to like come in and be like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Well, you're the one who started this with the Omegaverse. I'm gonna put the picture of the dragon in there, and then you can put it on the chat because it's like the most like yassified like creature.
Yeah, he's doing like the pose to show booty and tits at the same time. You know that pose where you bend your like spine to show the booty and the tits at the same time?
Right. They changed its name to Blue Eyes Abyss Dragon because Deep of Blue Eyes had too many sex jokes just at the ready. Because that's what the original name was like translated as. Yeah.
Yeah, like someone really wanted to do this thing.
Yeah, like you look at it and you're like,
Yeah. Like look at that.
Kaiba's breathing intensified.
Like look at those fucking hips. They're snatch. Like he's built like Mewtwo.
Yeah, the like the thighs. It's a little. You're just like, how did someone brought up this sketch?
Yeah.
And the executive board was like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, you can fuck the dragon. It's fine.
Oh yeah, all right. Could we get a dark magician girl, like a blue eyes white dragon girl? It's like, yeah, we have those already, like humans, but we're just gonna do it with the dragon.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that one got double automated. That was funny.
Yeah, like. To be fair, the blue eyes white dragon girls, quote unquote, the of blue eyes type, they're just people. But then they just decided because Maiden of Blue Eyes, she's cute. Sage with blue eyes, she's cute. No, Sage is a guy. Which one's the one? Priestess with blue eyes. Yeah, she's cute.
I mean,
Sage of Blue Eyes is like a twink, but like yeah,
they're cute.
Yeah.
But like they're normal cute. They're just like conventionally attractive women.
Yeah. But this is just Yeah.
But like that's the joke. That's the joke. Like you know those like hear me out cakes that people make.
Hmm.
Like that's the joke. Like when men do a hear me out cake. When men do a hear me out cake is like this, right?
Hmm.
When a woman makes a hear me out cake
No,
is
that's
this.
absolutely untrue. I've talked to you and you've thrown vile stuff at me. Don't you play
No,
this
no, no, no,
card?
no, no, no. When it is a man is this. When it is a woman is
Oh,
this.
okay. Okay. I was like, for a second, I'm like, you are not about to shift reality on me. You are not about to Mandela affect
Listen,
me.
man. Listen, man. I wanna fuck the alien from Aliens. I'm not going to pretend.
My God. Yeah, I get a surprising amount of people who want that. It's along the lines of the Venom thing. There are
Yeah.
surprisingly a lot of women I know who are like not even straight, and they'd be like, "Yeah, I'd let Venom hit," and I'm like, "Oh, I."
All right.
I was about to throw a hand because I know if she was about to throw that, she like I'd be like anyone but you. No ammunition. You got none. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Oh
Uh,
my god. No, actually, not anyone but you. Patch would have a lower argument for this. Patch is just genuinely the monster fucker.
I mean, I think that is the thing about like xenomorph is that
Yeah, they were.
I
Because
feel like
Giger.
subconsciously we know that they are like just like giant genitals to some
Well, it's
degree.
just like it's the subconscious like effect of like going to that area where it's like it's very invasive and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And even how they reproduce and stuff, it's very like invasive sexually, and it just creates an extremely uncomfortable feeling.
I just want to know
And
what
that was like the brilliance of the first film.
I just want to know what the tiny mouth inside of the big mouth do.
It spits acid.
That maybe that's not the only thing it does.
You'll die.
I mean,
You'll
you'll be
die.
often dead.
Oh my god, this is. Then the Yacha from Predator are like they're they get their joke of their face just being a vagina.
I don't know, but like I feel like they're like two people. Like they're just like someone with a funny mask.
Well, it's like don't the xenomorphs have like the bended backward knees and everything?
Yeah, like xenomorphs are
Or
like
am I
really
imagining
weird.
that?
But
Yeah,
like
so you can say they're autonomy. Like yeah, obviously they plus they have like the long tails and everything. Yeah.
yeah, but like the predators are
Whereas
just like people
Yacha
with
are just
masks.
Yacha are just kind of like grosser
Do
looking
you think you will
people
be
that are
do you think you
taller.
will be worthy prey?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, like if
I
predators
would
are real, I'm
I would
safe.
talk I would talk the maddest shit, but I would not be worth it.
Yeah, like if predators are real, I'm safe. Like they're going to look at my fucking knees and they're going to be like, cool.
Yeah, because like in order to be the worthy prey, you have to be like the apex of the species or something, and then be capable of fighting and stuff like that. That's why it hunts the people it does. But like,
Yeah, like a predator is going to hear the noise I make when I stand up and it's going to be like, yeah, we don't kill that one.
I forgot like considering how fused that universe is, they had like Yacha xenomorph mixes because then it's like, hey, what if a xenomorph infected a
Oh
Yacha
yeah,
and
the
then came out of
Predalien. It's
it?
called the Predalien, which is like
Yeah,
the stupidest
yeah.
fucking thing.
Yeah, and then there's like there's the prototype alien from Prometheus, and then there's like a bunch of other variants.
Speaking of,
And then I think the only thing I remember is like the recent Alien film was okay, or the one before that, and I haven't heard anything since. I've heard the next Predator film is like an interesting take because it's not the usual survival horror. So yeah,
oh yeah, it's
or
like
not
it's like
survival
it's
horror,
like
but it's
half a
like
woman.
throwing. Yeah, the backpack woman.
Which I don't know. Like I feel like I have read too many weird mangas to know that can go like a completely different way. Having a backpack woman.
Backpack woman. I didn't know that was a thing.
Oh, you don't know like about like the amputee stuff?
Oh, I'm aware of that. I'm aware of a very crude name for them.
Yeah, which we are not going
Yeah,
to say.
we're not gonna say because it's really messed up.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
It's but But it does make me laugh the more I think about like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Uh, Speaking of like, you know that like that website that is like guess the game. Yeah, like I think we have done that on BC before. The website that is like guess the game. Um, which is like yeah, they show you like a couple of screenshots of a game and you have to like guess what game it is. You remember that website?
Yeah, yeah, the screenshot one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was doing that like I was playing that the other day. And like yeah, I really need to like go outside and make more friends because I saw on screen I saw a screenshot and I was like, oh, that looks like the game engine Lift Tech Talon. And there's only one game on that engine. So it has to be that game, and it was that game. And I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm such a fucking nerd.
Well, you are. You look into like game models and stuff. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the Romulus, which is a cool concept, all things considered.
I don't know,
Yeah.
I think like the only I think I only watched like the first two.
Yeah, I watched Alien, and then I watched Did I watch? Yeah, I watched Alien versus Predator. I haven't watched Aliens. I've heard Aliens is good.
Yeah, Alien and Aliens are they're like the first two and they're good. Then there's Alien 3, which
Yeah.
is like it is the one with the weird baby on the airlock.
Wait, what am I talking about? I think I remember watching Prometheus. I think I remember because the scene where she's running away from the giant ring, and I'm just like, just move to the side, you
You
dumb
scoot a
idiot.
little bit, scoot a little bit,
Like, what are you?
scoot.
Worst survival instincts on the face of the earth.
Yeah. What was you going to say? Yeah, fucking aliens. It's cool. You should try it.
Um, we don't have. Well, I'm about to because I'm in Mass Effect. And I
Yeah.
got Tally on my ship.
Tali has the like
So
weird like backwards knees, right?
yeah, she does, but I still love her.
Yeah, she has a nice ass. She has a nice ass.
She does. Well, that may have come into the equation.
I don't remember. I because I know I played like Mass Effect 1 and 2 like a couple of times, but
Mhm.
I remember very few things about them.
So I got Jack. She's cool.
She's Tattoo
Um,
Lady, right?
yeah.
Oh yeah, she's cool.
So Jack's entire premise is very interesting because she's in a space prison, like a ship that doubles as a space prison, held by like corrupted, the Blue Sun, faction, and it's one of the first time you see a Turian in the lead who's like corrupt and self-ambitious. Because I think even in the Turian files, Turians just tend to be, not they're like their mentality tends to be the good of all rather than the good of an individual, like thriving for that. So it's very interesting,
Yeah.
but you kind of waste them really fast, and then Jack joins your ship. I had Miranda on mission for that, and they were catfighting, and I was watching that for a good while, and then yeah, I just told them both to go to their rooms.
Tu-
I
tu-
haven't
tu-
talked to Jack since.
Turians are another one of those that there's like a lot of people who really want to fuck them.
I can sort of see why, considering like Garrus is like an extremely charming teammate. But
Yeah.
that's just on Garrus. Like, as Turians as a whole, I think they're really cool.
Yeah. I really like the way their mouth
Yeah.
moves when they talk. I think it's really funny.
Yeah, well, I like the flange that they sort of have in their voice when
Yeah.
they speak too. Turians are probably my favorite aesthetic wise. Like,
Yeah.
their culture is cool. They just don't. We talked about this. The genophage and the Geth Quarian conflicts are probably the most interesting. When it comes to a race based like lore in that series.
Yeah, and like that is one of the things I like that frustrates me the most about like a lot of sci-fi, and it's like I feel like a lot of sci-fi writers still need to let go of the idea that humans are special.
Yeah, yeah. Even in Mass Effect, they're kind of like chosen ones.
Because like
A little. Well, not,
because like
yeah.
people do realize that the only reason we are special is because right now we are the only sentient species on the universe that we know of.
Yeah.
The moment we
Well,
discover another one, we are just another number.
yeah. Though the problem is just like finding like the search has been long, and one, even if we find life, we have to. It has to be the discussion of okay, is it around our level technology wise, or even surpassing, or like even a little around it, right? Because it's like one thing if like you saw like bacteria on another planet and it was thriving, you're like, yeah, that's life on a new planet. But the reality is, a lot of people will be like, oh, okay.
Yeah. No, but like,
When people go like we discovered aliens, what they want to see is just like some weird looking species that's walking bipedal or something and can communicate clearly.
yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like there are so many like sci-fi works that I engage with. I play, I read, whatever. And like the whole time I'm thinking this would be so much more interesting if it was about like the stories of the aliens and the humans weren't around.
Yeah, never get into Warhammer 40K.
Yeah,
It's just gonna fucking human
a while
shit
ago,
for a while.
a while ago, I tried to get into like the Halo games, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I tried to get into the Halo games, and the whole time I was thinking, this would be so much more fun if it was about like when the Covenant was conquering the other species. Like I would rather see that.
Mm-hmm.
I would rather see that.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's
Like
like it's like
I want to know how the Covenant conquers Helios. That's what I want to know. I
well, I
want a
think
game about that.
you yeah, usually the worry I suppose immediately for any publisher or some sort of like thing like that is you want the quote unquote immediate relatabilities
Yeah.
of like storytelling, and that's why we get some stuff that's like stupid like let's have a live action adaptation because people can't relate to animation as much as they can to a real person's face. It's like okay.
Yeah. And I've been working about like this, like you know how I have like every now and then I have a dream that makes for like a cool story concept, so I write it down. I like
Mm-hmm.
workshop it a little bit. I've been working on one that is like a sci-fi story where what happens is that like you know the humans discover other alien species and immediately start trying to like conquer to like colonize other planets and go to war and shit. But the thing is like through that we discover that we are the only ones that do that.
Avatar.
We are the only ones that do that. So like all of the other species try to like have diplomacy with the humans, be like, hey, don't do that. Like, calm down, stop shooting. And they realize
Well,
like
it's not just yeah.
and they
Yeah.
realize like it isn't working. So they just decide to like exile humans to like a planet where like that is like too far away to ever like come into contact with another species again, and erase their
Mm,
memories.
that's actually a pretty cool premise. But yeah, I was gonna say like humans are just the villains in Avatar. In Avatar, it's like it focuses on what are their species called again?
I don't know.
I can't remember. I didn't
Avatar is
bother watching Avatar 2.
Avatar is just Blue Pocahontas. That's what it is.
I like I kind of respect James Cameron's idea of let me finish the scripts of the preceding four movies so we can tweak it to have a consistent experience. Problem is you made a 10-year gap in between two movies. You struck while the iron was cold.
Yeah.
So like I'm not invested. I don't care. I even watched Avatar when it came out, like right when it came out.
Yeah, and I think that is like the main problem with Avatar is that I remember I watched Avatar when it was relevant, and a week later I had forgotten everything about it.
Mostly because it's not too much of an original storytelling thing, and it's just like whatever. There's not even that much enough of it to be interesting on a sci-fi level because it's all kind of localized to one planet and two species,
Yeah.
and it doesn't bring up like as much interesting trivia that makes you understand their like I feel like it explains itself way too easily because
Yeah.
they're kind of a more tribal species. So the conversation of technology
Oh
and
yeah, the
cultural
Navi.
culture in that aspect, yeah, like any conversations of like
Does it actually
their
have that
form
many
of
apostrophes?
technology, I don't remember, but it's like any conversations about technology are out of the window, and then like they'll go like, oh, here's just our cultural thing. You'll learn it, and we link with animals with our tails, and that's about it. And it's like, okay, that's a cool thing, but I don't feel like there's enough of it to bait you into wanting to learn more about them.
You're just tall natives. That's what you are. You're tall natives with like a blue skin condition.
I guess. It's just like. Also, I suppose like the one interesting thing you could make a question about is whether or not Jake from the first movie is the same
Jake
Jake like
Sully.
in that Avatar. Because like it's like, oh, we're transferring your mind over there. And the way it does seem, it's like, yeah, you've somehow moved his quote unquote soul into another thing, but it's like, what is that actually it? Or is it just like one thing is comatose, this other thing is operating as a proxy, then it comes back and loads the memories into the original?
There's a game about
And
that
if
actually.
and if so, then the Jake Sully in one has died and the proxy just has assumed the identity,
There's a
which
game
is an
about that.
interesting idea.
There's a game
Like,
about
yeah.
that. You ever heard of
What's the
Soma?
game? We've talked about Soma 3 times.
Soma is about that.
I've played Soma. I know. Okay, we've had this talk.
I'm just letting you know in case you never heard of Soma. It's a cool game.
Oh yeah, whatever. All right, it's an
Ay,
okay
ay,
game.
ay.
Yeah, this one. Soma's fine. Soma's fine on an existential horror front. It's just like I I guess like with Avatar, it just doesn't. Like I know I've repeated this, but it's just like I feel like with sci-fi, you have to. It can't just be like you give us everything and there's not much to really explain. You have to like bait some interesting thing because the most interesting part about sci-fi is okay. There's a completely different species that evolved parallel to us. How do a lot of their mechanisms work? Right? It's like the puzzle solving brain. It's like okay, how do they approach this stuff?
How do they
How do they
fuck?
eat? What's their biology? What like what is their religion? Do they have religion? Do they understand the concept of
Do they
religion?
have cookies? Can I fuck them?
Have they interacted with other species before, etc. Mass Effect does this perfectly, and it's very interesting and in depth. Star Wars does this in a weird way,
Yeah.
where I feel like the expanded stuff is like, oh yeah, yeah, okay, okay. Whereas like the mainline stuff is like,
You know what I always found weird about like sci-fi?
what?
Why is there like so many sci-fi properties? Like every planet outside of Earth is just like one biome.
Like, what do you mean one biome?
Like the
Like
entire
you
planet.
mean like a planet we colonized and
No,
then
like
only
the entire
one
like we
portion?
start going to other planets where like other species live, and they are like the entire planet is a desert. The entire planet is frozen. The entire planet is like,
Oh, yeah. Well, you see, it's Mario rules.
oh,
Yeah, it's Mario rules.
production cost probably. Yeah, maybe. Ironically, I think one of the most interesting like sci-fi properties I have ever watched. The aliens are like actually just like humans with blue blood. Like literally, they just
Is
look
that
like
Dune?
no, like they just look like humans. But like the world building of like their culture and the way they're like evolved to like survive in Mars is so interesting.
Uh,
And
I think that happens.
it is John Carter. Have you ever watched that movie or read any of the book?
Oh, I've heard about John Carter. I remember seeing the trailer for it and never watching
It's
it.
actually a like it is a shame that it bombed because it's actually a really good movie.
Okay. Didn't it have a long runtime too?
I don't remember actually.
Hmm.
John Carter from Mars.
'Cause I can't remember. I remember seeing. I want to say I saw the runtime and I was like a little intimidated by it. But maybe I'm mixing it up with something else.
100 yeah, it's a little bit over 2 hours. It is what 2 hours and
Yeah.
10.
I mean, that's not the worst thing. I would just have to like sit down with someone and watch it probably, and just be like, oh, okay. But yeah, no. There's also this thing where it's like, as much as we make fun of Horizon, and we could talk about the Horizon bootleg, that's the funniest thing in the world
Oh
to me.
yeah.
Um, Horizon 2, like Horizon's world building's very interesting because of the apocalyptic scenario, and then there's like a faction of humanity that's still on Earth, but then you find out the villain like organization in 2 is the faction that left hold on,
Okay.
is a faction of humanity that left Earth, and they pretty much solved like biological immortality,
Yeah.
and then they just come back to quote unquote reclaim Earth, or at least that's my understanding.
If I had an
And like that's a very interesting like premise.
if I had a nickel for every time I played a game where humans leave Earth, become immortal, and come back, I would have 3 Nickels, which is weird.
What are the other two?
No, only one actually. I was confusing, but like the other one is Tales of Arise. The other one is Tales of Arise. Like that's kind of like the whole
Yeah.
thing about that game. Is like there are 2 planets,
Oh,
and there is a
when
moon
did Tales
between
of
the
Arise?
planets.
When did Tales of Arise come out?
Recently, it is like the most recent one.
Well, no, but like, was it before? I want to say it was before the second
Tales of,
Horizon game, right?
Tales of Arise is 2021.
Forbidden West came out 2023, right?
Yeah, I think.
2023. Oh, so I can't even give like Forbidden West like necessarily props for
Oh, there was like,
originality.
what the fuck happened? I hear like an entire squadron of sirens outside of my house.
Also, like the human faction, I think has white blood in 2, which does not look good.
See, that's the other thing I would like. Again, like like Tales of Arise, like the human fact, like the immortal humans, they all have white hair.
Oh well, yeah.
and
Well,
like
I
very
guess
like and like very like light eyes.
here's the problem with the Tales series, because they just make up words sometimes.
Yeah.
Is the first time I saw Tales of Arise, I read it as Tales of Arise. Because I was just like, that's some BS they'd say, right? And then it took me a second to hear another person say Arise. I'm like, oh, they're using real people words now, right?
Do you remember when
Okay.
like I mean that is not the first time they do that. There is one that is called like Tales of Symphonia. There is one that is called Tales of the Abyss.
I've played Symphonia. I know of Symphonia. Symphonia was like the one I liked a lot because of
Symphonia is the
Kratos
one everyone
Orion.
has played.
Yeah. And it's like the one I think people usually draw parallels to FF10, if I remember
Yeah.
correctly.
And Symphonia
Yeah.
is also the one with like a very, very bad sequel that nobody likes because it's
And
bad.
we don't talk about that. But like still you know what? Kudos to Symphonia for still having a villain by the end of it who like you completely defeat, and as he's dying, he looks you in the eyes and goes, I'd do all that shit again. He dies. You're like, damn, Mythos. Just like, whoa.
That's one of the things that annoy me. I mean, I don't know if it's accurate. Have you ever played Final Fantasy? Have you played FF16 yet?
No, I haven't. But I'm aware of. Are you talking about the mom plot?
No, like, because like,
Because I find that interesting. I find that funny.
because like in Final Fantasy 10, Final Fantasy 16, I mean, at some point they start calling your character Mythos because apparently your
Mm.
character is like it's like a special boy, right? Who was
Yeah,
created
yeah.
like spoilers I guess, but your character was created by the bad guy to have a vessel to return to. Uh,
That's pretty cool.
but like the thing is like, for some reason instead of saying Mythos, everyone says Mythos,
Oh, I hate that.
and it annoys me. And it annoys the fuck out of me.
I hate that. I hate that. I hate when you're trying to make it more special than it is. It's like it's fine. You don't need to. Mythos sounds lamer.
Yeah.
It just sounds like my toes, and a person with a lisp is saying it.
Mitosis.
My toes.
How do cells reproduce? Mitosis.
My toes.
Or like maybe there's like someone with a feet fetish. Mitosis.
Oh no. Wait, they're into their own toes? I mean, hey, I guess that's great for them.
Easier for them, I guess.
Yeah, easier for that is a. I wonder what sort of narcissistic complex that must be.
Like getting off to yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
suppose that's like, I suppose like on one hand you would think it'd be efficient, but in the other hand, it's like, oh, you'd be doomed whenever you see a mirror.
Yeah, because like when normal people masturbate, we're not thinking about ourselves.
Yeah, no,
We're
you're
thinking
right.
about someone else. Or like,
Yeah, that's the whole point.
yeah.
So like to be that into yourself, like congrats, I guess. I guess like we know your answer to the whole clone thing.
Maybe
Not hypothetical.
maybe that is the reason like Narcissus died. One of the gods was tired of him coming into the river and they pushed him in. Like, stop
Fair.
polluting the river, you piece of shit.
You bastard.
The fishes are addicted to cum. What do we do now?
I don't know. You are a VTuber now. To be fair, The first thing the first conversation she made, or second conversation she made when I gifted her an OC was the things I'll do with this, which already sounded very suspect.
I think I don't know. I feel like using an OC of you is different than using just you.
Okay.
I think there's a layer of disconnection there.
Depends on if you use it as a Sona enough, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like my OCs are different aspect Sonas that I like to enjoy. Usually, when I get an OC for someone as a gift, I do it with the idea that it's gonna be like like a profile picture for them or some sort of alter ego Sona that they get to use, and that's a lot of it. So yeah. Do you have any idea how many VTubers are into self-subs? I wouldn't know, but
Yeah, it's a lot.
unfortunately, now I do. Oh, fuck.
Like you see that a lot actually. Just people talking about like really using the art of the characters for stuff.
Why is your community so frustrated sexually?
I don't know. We're anime people on the internet. What did you expect?
You're endangered?
We are anime people on the internet. What did you expect?
Oh, okay. I thought you said we're endangered, and it's like a defense response.
Yeah, we are. VTubers are an endangered species. We're a minority. You have to respect us.
I don't, and I won't.
Yeah, but now I'm not a VTuber. Now my name is Lop.
Yeah, you are. You kind of look like you're straight out of a visual novel
Yeah.
from Flash.
Yeah. I do like the effect of the PNG sometimes.
Yeah. It's fun. I need to hire the same artist that did this one to do more stuff, and she's really cool. But like usually when I get when I commission art of an OC, I get them in packs for each of them. I wish Discord just had more sticker slots. I would use I use stickers far more than I use emotes.
You want to see my new favorite sticker? I'm going to send it to you.
Oh, go for it. Go for it. I love it. Oh my god, this bullshit.
but it has a gun.
I have more conversations with more people talking about that movie, going like, but like, you know, he sacrificed himself.
Were you going to say circumcision?
No, he sacrificed himself to save the day. I'm just like, of a problem he made.
This is what I showed Nick, by the way. This is my favorite sticker. I love it. Did you see the headline that they're going to make like a live action version of this movie now? Because
yeah,
nothing is sacred.
Like, well, yeah, no, but like I don't. They said 2 sequels in a live action remake, and honestly, it's like, who cares? At least the animated sequels will exist. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
The live action one will bomb, and we'll get the same executives not getting punished for a bad business decision, but then maybe it'll just keep them off of like that series for live action for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like we need to find a way to. I feel like we need to find a way to lose more companies more money.
Counterpoint, I think that, or rather the people who are clearly not idea people getting reprimanded for the bad decision making and then getting fired to never be able to to influence that, because they clearly aren't in it for art.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What was she going
Those
to
are the
say?
people I want punished. What I want is a situation where we have the shame mechanic, whereas if the executive makes the idea, they have to get personally named when it bombs.
Yeah. They have to wheel them out.
That's funnier.
They have to wheel them out on stage.
Remember, okay, as cruel as it was and as messed up as it is, Bungie sending out that art director on stream about
the plagiarism thing. Yeah,
the plagiarism to just die is like the most. Is like terrible. Realistically,
but you know what?
Terrible.
Fair.
But another part of me is like, we could do this with some executives. If the C-suite had it, like a part of me would be like, yeah, let's go to the C-suite. Let's do that.
Yeah, like
if we could do that to the CEO of Bungie, I'd be happy.
Yeah, like I'm going to become one of those people who are like all the time like return to tradition, except my tradition is throwing tomatoes. And
Listen,
and station wagons. Because this is
If you need,
this is a hill. This is a hill I'm going to die on. Station wagons are better than SUVs on in every sense, and
if
we need to
you
go back to
wish
that.
to if you wish to reintegrate to society, you must be humbled by the tomato.
Yeah,
That is a prerequisite.
yeah. You need
Once
to
you
be
get hit by
you
like
need
40 tomatoes,
you need to be cleansed by the
cleanses
juice.
you. Yeah, yeah. We use it for skunks.
Yeah,
Same principle.
yeah. You stink, you tomato
Yeah.
idiot.
You stink, you get tomatoed, and then you start fresh after the tomatoes. We'll call you Tomato Boy for a while,
Yeah.
for a long while, and then it's up to you to decide whether or not you will no longer be a Tomato Boy.
Tomato, tomato, tomato boy.
Tomato Boy. Tomatoes.
Tomato. Tomato, tomato.
Potato. I love potatoes. They're very good for diets.
I don't know, like the thing about tomatoes is that I always have to like cut them
You're a
up.
texture person. Yeah.
No, I do
know
like
this.
tomatoes because like I always have to cut them up because for some reason if I try to bite into a whole tomato it just explodes.
Oh, that okay. Well, yeah. Because I thought you were gonna talk about how like the tomato, like the what you would equate to the rind is a little firmer on the outside, and then you have like that texture difference on the inside. And I know that's why people don't like them in their burgers and stuff.
Yeah.
But I genuinely just like tomatoes.
I really like tomatoes on sandwiches. It's really nice to put tomato on
Yeah,
sandwiches.
I think tomatoes in burgers and sandwiches, they're fine. I like
Yeah.
them. I like them chopped up. I like them diced. I like them roasted. I
Put
like
them on
them
a hot
just
dog
like
too.
regular.
Fine.
Yeah. It depends on how well, as long as you chop it up, obviously, because you don't want like the weird like leftover just
Yeah.
on the side, right?
Yeah, you can put the
but,
little
like,
cubes.
What do you put on your hot dogs?
I put salad. I put like crumpled up like cracked like hot like potato chip dust.
Hmm.
Uh, and cheese and tomato.
Okay, that's valid. That's valid. If I'm not having a chili cheese dog, then it's spicy mustard, spicy mayo,
Oh yeah, I guess I put ketchup
ketchup.
on it.
Yeah, ketchup. And I'm not against relish. I'll put relish on it and bacon bits.
That is one thing about me is that like ketchup is the only sauce I use for anything.
I'm a very big sauce lover. I love sauce. I love it in my sandwiches. A nice hot house sauce.
You're a saucy boy.
I'm a saucy boy. I like fries with a variety of sauces.
Yeah, I'm getting
Very
hungry now.
tasty. Yeah, me too. I regret starting this dialogue.
Yeah.
How was your week? What did you do?
Well, I continue to be extremely busy with work, so I haven't
Okay.
done a lot. But I did find the time to watch a show, a mini series. You find time to watch a mini series.
Oh, what's the miniseries?
I watched Chernobyl.
Oh,
It was really good,
hey, let's go.
and I continue to deepen my appreciation for the fact that when you watch something that was made on the UK, the people look normal. Like not everyone is a supermodel.
Yeah, I like that too. I'm so sick of that. It distorts everyone's like image of themselves.
Yeah, like the main scientist guy is just like some flabby old guy, and he's like, yeah,
Yeah.
that works. And also
Yeah.
and also because like they actually like made people ugly to look like the fucking haircuts they had back then.
Fair. I mean, just like for media, it's just like, hey, super making everyone in your cast like extremely attractive is just gonna make people think that that's a common occurrence, and it's gonna skew up their entire like view of like how they see people,
Yeah,
or make themselves feel bad about themselves. So I don't know.
yeah.
Maybe I also dislike the whole like thing where it's like if you aren't an extremely attractive
No, I haven't seen Adolescence
actor,
yet. I don't want to watch it, but I haven't
chances
seen it
are
yet.
chances are if you aren't like an extremely attractive actor, you're a comedian or something, like a comedy actor.
Yeah,
Because like, oh, he's not handsome, but he's like, he
he's
makes me
funny.
laugh, and because he's like a
He has
little
a
bit
funny
of an
face.
uggo, yeah, it makes me laugh. And you're like, okay,
That's probably the worst thing you can say to an actor. Like you have a funny face.
you have a funny face. No, I think the funny. Wait,
You
no,
look
yeah, you
funny.
have a face for, yeah, you have a face for radio.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, But yeah, like the show was really good. Like the way the show okay. So like I guess like the first like 20 minutes, because it is 5 episodes. The first 4 episodes are 1 hour each, and the last episode is
Nice.
is around 1 hour and a half.
Okay.
Uh,
Pretty much like films, just honestly,
yeah,
really, when you think about it, like short films to a film.
yeah. So it's about like 5.5 hours total.
Hmm.
Um, but it's nice because it is paced around being an episodic. There are like natural breakpoints, so you can just watch one a day, and you don't lose the thread.
Well,
The
I
same,
mean, like a lot of those long types do, right?
yeah. But like if you were watching a long movie and you paused it, you will like lose it because there is not a natural breaking point in a movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, like it's like I guess like the first like 20 minutes of like the first episode. Uh. Oh yeah, like. But yeah, like I don't know, like what Kila said. Like I think it was the first time I was like angered at like the beauty standards on Hollywood.
Hmm.
I remember like years ago. I think it was like 2012, 2013. I saw a headline about an actress that got like rejected from like a role because she was quote unquote too fat,
Wow, that's messed up.
which by itself is like messed up, right? Like by itself is like kind of fucked up. But then you look at her,
Yeah.
then you look at her, and you're like, what the fuck do you mean fat?
Oh,
Where?
you're pulling up the picture. I'm thinking
What the fuck do you mean fat?
she's not fat.
Yeah, she's not
What are you on
fat.
about?
She looks
What?
extremely well. She looks extremely fit. What do you mean she's too fat?
Are you sure you can put this on a streaming service, buddy?
I don't know. Um, yeah, like were they casting a twig? Were they casting Slenderman? What the fuck are you talking about, fat? And I think that was I think I was like 13 at the time, and I think that was the first time I was like, oh, that's fucked. Like Hollywood is fucked up. I would like the beauty standards thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. I mean, like, I don't know what the whole point was. Like, it's like there's sometimes where I've seen a movie with some female leads where I have legitimately in my head went, that bitch needs to eat a sandwich
Yeah,
pronto. Like like even I'm just like she is a husk. She
give
is a little ghoul.
give sister a burger, please.
Yeah, like
These
I
the
don't
carbs.
want
You need
to.
the carbs.
Yeah, I don't want to have like a. Oh well, it's not to body shame in the reverse way, but it's like for something to aspire to. Like if you're naturally thin and you have a high metabolism and you're thin, it's
Like
like,
me.
hey, that's fine. Yeah, but it's like if you're going, if you're of like a, for instance, if you looked at your BMI and you're actually around your target weight and you're thinking like, no, I got to be thinner. It's like, cease. You're fine. You don't have to be like a bony husk.
Yeah,
Be comfortable with yourself where you can be. If you are quite overweight and it would be beneficial for you to lose that weight health wise, like from a medical professional, yeah, go for it.
yeah, but like if your doctor
But I
say
feel
you're
like
fine, you're fine.
yeah, yeah. And it like to be fair, on a variety of things, like if you're around people who are reminding you that and that you should, yeah, body dysmorphia works both ways. Like if you're around people who are commenting on your weight and saying you should fit into a template or a partner, you're worried about a partner, like those are not people worth your time.
Yeah,
Like yeah, they should not. You're going to have to constantly like do maintenance to yourself just to live on these arbitrary ideals of another person who's not going to draw the line at just like that. They're going to
yeah,
want like other things so you can just be their little doll.
yeah.
And like yeah, that's no way to
It's like
live.
I keep hearing stories of people who get invited to weddings and they're told, "You need to lose some weight though before the wedding." And it's
Yeah.
like,
And
oh,
this
why?
isn't
Why you
limited
say
to
that?
yeah, this isn't limited to gender or anything like that. It's just like to anyone. It's just like it's very hard to be comfortable with your own body. Body dysmorphia is a very rampant thing
Yeah,
on a lot of people, but it's just like understand what you're sacrificing it for. I think in certain situations, if your desire to change what you look like is on an internal sincerity of like I want to look like this because it fits my own aesthetics and stuff, power to you. That's a goal that you can put. But if it's just so other people can accept you, it's like you kind of need to take a step back and reevaluate who
yeah,
you're hanging out with if that's their thing,
yeah. You need a
or
support
you
system.
probably Or you kind of have a warped idea of how the world works, and maybe your friends don't even care about that, and you need to listen to them about that and go like, yeah,
Yeah.
go like, but guys, I'm not the attractive one in the team. They're just like, that doesn't they'll probably like 90% of the time your friends will go like, you're beautiful, shut the fuck up, and two, just like that shit wouldn't even matter.
Yeah, that's not why we hang out with you though. We hang out with you because we like hanging out with you.
Yeah. If you were just pretty and boring, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Uh, but yeah, the show. So like the first 20 minutes or so, like the actual explosion happening, like you are inside the reactor watching it happen, and then like the next like like 3.5 episodes are just like the commission trying to figure out how to fix this, and like
Mm-hmm.
how to prevent like a bigger disaster from happening. So it's like, okay, we managed to put out the fire, but now the thing is so hot that it's going to melt through the floor and get to like the ground level, and get to like the groundwater and poison like the fucking like Elba River. No, the Dnipro River. Um, so we need to like get the miners. We need to get some miners, and we need to like get them to like build a giant thing inside
I do remember
under the
that, like
thing.
those genuine heroes who just like knew that they weren't going to make it out,
Yeah,
but they did it anyway. Yeah.
we need to get them. We need to get the miners, and we need to convince them to like like dig under the thing and put a like a nitrogen cooling thing to prevent the thing from melting into the groundwater. And we also need to like we need to like get people to build the lead thing. We need to like like it is like like
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
rest of the show is like about the logistics of like preventing this from like becoming worse and worse and worse and worse, right?
Yeah.
Um, and there is a lot of that. There is a lot of the main character of like the two main characters, which are based on real people on the commission. Um, because like on the commission that was assigned to lead with to deal with Chernobyl, there was like a guy who was like from the council of chairman, like high ranking politician, and there was like a scientist who was like the head of like a nuclear institute, and they were like the two leads of the like commission, and like they are like the two
Mm-hmm.
leads of the show in a way. And there is a lot of that in the series. There is a lot of that in the like them dealing with the fact that they are asking people to die, like like
Yeah.
we're not going to like play around with this. We're asking people to die, and like it doesn't feel good. Like I don't want to have to do this, but like
Yeah. Yeah. No.
but like if we don't send something to the flooded basement to open the sluice gates, this thing is going to explode. It's like we need to send 3 people into the contaminated water. Otherwise, everyone in a 100 diameter radius is going to fucking die.
Yeah. No. Again, those people were genuine heroes.
And you know what the crazy part is? Okay, so like what happens is that like the first thing that they needed to contain was the fire, of course, because it's hard to like get inside and like fix things when everything is in fire. And it was also created a lot of smoke that was sending radiation all the way down to Germany. And that is actually the reason like the world knew about Chernobyl, is because like initially the Soviet Union didn't want to let everyone know. But then Germany was like, hey, we're getting radiation from the Soviet Union. What the fuck is happening? Because it traveled that far down. It legitimately went all the way down to Germany, and they were able to like take the spike. Um, so the first thing they do is like they start like covering the reactor using like helicopters because they cannot send anyone in. They start like using helicopters to like cover the fire with like sand and boron. But then they get a message being like, hey, like this is a good idea on paper, but the thing is like when you bury the radioactive material in boron, it's going to start getting hotter, and it is going to cause a thermic explosion when the heat gets to the coolant tanks. But the scientist guy is like, but the coolant tanks are empty though, and they are like, no, because like the drainage of the station connects to the coolant tanks on a recycling loop.
Oh my god, my dogs.
The drain the drainage of the doggies.
Mhm.
The drainage of the station is like on a recycling loop to connect to the coolant tanks. So like all of the water that the firefighters pumped into the thing, it filled the coolant tanks again. So now that the radioactive material is like covered in a layer of sand and boron, it is going to heat up so hard that it's going to cause like a giant thermal explosion with the coolant tanks, and it's going to cover like a giant area in like radioactive waste. It is going to be basically like a water nuke. So what we need to do is we need to send 3 people to the basement that is flooded with like highly radioactive water, and we need to open the sluice gates, right? Because otherwise everyone is going to fucking die. Um, because otherwise everyone is going to fucking
Yeah,
die.
sorry, I was just making sure the dogs were calm while they were barking.
Yeah. So like
Yeah.
the coolant tanks are full again because of this of the closed recycling loop. So we need to send people to the basement to open the sluice gates. The thing is like the basement is filled with water, and that water was on the open reactor, so it is like basically like being there is going to kill you.
Yep.
But we need to send someone to open the sluice gates. So they get 3 people to open the sluice gates, and but like the crazy part is like those 3 guys that went to, because again a lot of there is some fictionalization, but a lot of the stuff that happens in the show is actually like based on like real stuff.
Yeah,
And
because it's a retelling essentially. Yeah.
and the thing is like the 3 guys who went into the sluice gate to open to the basement to open the sluice gates actually survived. And I think one of them managed to survive until like the 2000s, which is kind of crazy.
Oh, that's wild considering what they were exposed to.
Yeah,
One would imagine it would be a very painful life.
yeah. And he's like,
Yeah.
and he's like, okay, the sluice gate is open. How irradiated did they get? A lot. Because like
Yeah.
the thing is like dosimeters, you know, like the little things that go when you are near radiation. They have like an upper limit, and all of them were getting maxed out. So we don't actually know how much radiation there was around there. We just know
Like,
it was
yeah,
more than the meters.
even like I think what was it 10 years ago, if you just went to Chernobyl and you just like brought in a Geiger counter to like an old piece of metal, it would go off the charts.
Yeah,
So imagining at the core, at the like at that moment,
yeah. The water that
probably
was in
pretty
the
bad.
core.
Yeah, probably really bad.
Yeah. So it's kind of crazy that they actually managed to survive. But then, okay, then there is another problem. Then there is like, okay, there is not going to be a fucking water nuke. But now we need to like find a way. Chernobyl is not going to be like the
No,
area
you
around
can't.
the area around the reactor is going to
Well, I
be
mean,
like, I mean, like far away is like
technically,
safer again.
yeah.
But like really close to the reactor and like where Pripyat was, you know, the city. Um, that area is not going to be safe for like another 20,000 years.
Yeah, because radioactivity is the gift that keeps, or like radiation's the gift that keeps on giving. Like there are methods to kind of like quote unquote disperse. Like if I remember correctly, like sunflowers are extremely like good at absorbing it, but it's like there's no way you could do that. Like there's no tried and true method that makes this like for that event. So yeah.
Yeah, and I think they mentioned on the show like how many hundreds of times more radiation there was in this event than like Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
For fuck's sake, didn't we have to put the sarcophagus on it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the thing is like that radiation is like eating the sarcophagus, and they're going to have to replace it in like 80 years.
Yeah, I do remember that because it's just like, oh, this is like a fix that has to be like done over and over.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
okay, so now the problem is that the thing is so hot that it is like literally melting the floor, and eventually it's going to get to like the groundwater, and it's going to like contaminate the Dnipro River, and it's going to kill everyone in Ukraine. Like literally everyone in Ukraine, because because people are either going to die from radiation, uh, or there is just straight up not going to be any crops this year. So like everyone in Ukraine is going to die. So what we need to do is we need to like get a bunch of miners, and we need to get them to like dig under the reactor, directly under the core, and build like a nitrogen like exchange pad to like get the temperature out. Otherwise, everyone is going to die. And all of you are going to die doing that, but like you have to do it. And there is a really funny scene because like I really like the like leader of the miners. He's like I think my favorite character. Because of how like
Okay.
he's like no bullshit. Because like the guy from the government comes over and he's like, yeah, I need you to like pack up because they're on a coal mine, and the guy from the government comes in like, yeah, we need you to pack up. We're going to Chernobyl. And he's like, well, we're not going to go unless you tell us why. And he's like, no, that's confidential. And he's like, I'm not going. And he's like, well, I'm going to have you shot then. And he's like, well, there's 2 guys with guns and there's 100 of us. What the fuck are you going to do?
Yeah. Well,
So the guy is like, fine, I tell you. And he tells them exactly what's happening. And then they decide, well, okay, we're going. We're gonna go. Um, um so they go and he goes in to like the 2 guys who are like the leaders of the commission. And like one of them is a career politician, so he knows how to lie. And the other one is a scientist who really struggles with lying. And the thing is, like, before the leader of the miners get there, the guy who is a politician, he's like, yeah, you're going to like this guy because this guy doesn't like when you lie to him. And he knows when you lie to him. So you're just going to have to tell him exactly what it is. So he goes in and he explains, like, yeah, this is what's going to happen. This is all the people that are going to die if you don't do what you have to do. And I want you to dig 12 meters underground because that way you will be safer. That way not everyone will, not all of you will die immediately. And I think that is when the miner guy actually like decides he's going to trust the scientist guy, because the scientist guy tells him that, like, yeah, we need you to be 12 meters underground to be safe. And he looks at the scientist guy and tells him, like, well, we are not 12 meters underground right now. And the scientist guy goes like, yeah, I know. And there is like a silence of understanding there. And he's like, yeah, okay. Yeah, I get what's going on. I get you are asking me to die, but you already died yourself. So I'll do it. So they do that, and there's a really funny scene with the miner guys because they're like, hey, this is very hot underground. Can you give us fans? And the commission is like, no fans, because the dust is dangerous. So they just start mining naked.
oh god.
Because you're not giving us fans, and we're cooking inside of there. Fuck you.
Yeah, valid.
And I think there were 400 miners, and 100 of them died, like in the span of like 2 years, from cancer.
Yeah.
And then there is an episode which is like the most, I think, like the most uncomfortable episode of the show, because that episode is like mostly about like the thing you don't mention is that like there was like a 200-kilometer exclusion zone, like the 200-kilometer radius exclusion zone, and they kicked everyone out. But the thing nobody mentions is that after they kicked everyone out, they kept the army around, and they told them to kill every animal.
Oh, I think I do actually remember this.
They told them to kill every animal. So like this episode is like about a guy who was not in the army. He gets conscripted to do this, and now he has to like go and kill dogs. And it's not fun for anyone.
Yeah.
It really is not fun for everyone.
Yeah.
And they get like a robot. They get like a robot because another thing that is going parallel to that plot is like they're trying to clear the rooftops because they are like filled with like pieces of the core, so they are extremely radioactive. And they get like a robot that the Soviets were building to like send it to the moon. So it is like a rugged piece of kit, right? It is not like a dinky wink robot. It is like tough because it was going to the moon.
Yeah.
And they put it on the roof, and it turns off immediately because the radiation is so high. It literally just like melted the circuits.
Yeah.
So they had to like, at that point, because they were really trying to avoid it, but at that point they were like, yeah, we're going to have to kill more people to do this.
Oof.
We're going to have to kill more people to do this. So they try to like come up with a plan. They try to like the way they like doing it is like they have like rotating shifts, and they're like, okay, you have like 90 seconds. Go there, get as much debris as much debris as you can in 90 seconds, and throw it into the reactor and go out. Like you have 90 seconds. And they were like rotating shifts doing that, and I think it involved like almost 4,000 people doing that, like rotating shifts to like avoid like being exposed like over like very very long periods of time. A lot of them still died. And the politician guy who was the leader of the commission, he died like 2 years later too. Which again, that is like the moment of understanding, and I think that is the reason a lot of people were willing to do the thing they were being asked to, is because the politician was there. and they knew that like he was there so long that he was going to die alongside them too eventually.
Mm-hmm.
And he did. He died 2 years later.
Oof.
And the scientist guy, no, not 2 years, 4 years, which is still like a very short time. The one who died 2 years later was the scientist guy, but he hung himself. Because of the guilt of lying to like the international community and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
He ended up like and like you can tell you know it's because of that. And it is because it is unknown. It is hard to know exactly what time he did it, but based on like the like state of the body and stuff like that, we are pretty sure he killed himself like exactly 2 years, like to the hour after
wow.
Chernobyl happened. And one of the reasons we know like stuff that the Soviet Union didn't want us to know is because before he did it, he recorded a bunch of tapes and he started like explaining what actually happened, and he started like distributing the like sending them like to class to like clandestine scientific community groups and stuff like that. And that is like kind of the only reason we know what happened in the reactor actually, because like obviously the Soviet Union wanted to hide a lot of like the details, right? But yeah, it like that is like kind of like the plot structure the show follows, and it made me realize something, and that is like yeah, like I want more movies, more shows, more stuff that are about like the logistics of dealing with a disaster. Not like the cool stuff or like a superhero or like the giant robot. I want and I think that's also like the reason I like Shin Godzilla so much, is because a lot of Shin Godzilla is like a bunch of scientists in a room talking really fast, trying to figure out how to fucking stop this thing with science instead of like sending a giant robot. And I kind of want more movies like that, more movies where it's like yeah, we have a giant robot to kill the giant monster, but what happens when the blood of the giant monster gets into the water supply? What then? We have to figure out something for that, you know? I want more stuff that is like that. That is like the boring scientific logistics of dealing with like with this kind of like insane disaster. Because it's actually like really entertaining. When it is well done, it is like really engrossing. And there are points in this show that are like honestly more tense and more horrifying than like any horror movie that I've ever watched. Because of like the way it is framed and like the context of like what you know about what's going on and what's happening. I just realized Nick is muted. So he's probably not here. He left me. Probably to get his dogs. What if well, he's not here. Yeah, that's where that is where SpongeBob lives. Of course, it is an awareness of life. There is a fucking star, and a squid, and a living sponge.
Sorry about that. Hold. Just give me like 30 seconds.
Okay. Well, he's not here. I'm going to sniff him. Sniff, 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 sniff. Yeah, like that is one of the more popular fan theories about SpongeBob. Because like the thing about SpongeBob is like the guy who created the show is like an actual like marine biologist. So like one of the most powerful, most like common theories about SpongeBob is that like he knew, and they are all supposed to, they all can speak and are as weird as they are because they are radioactive. And that is the reason it takes place exactly where it takes place in.
All right, I'm back. Sorry, Blitz was acting like a huge baby.
Okay.
All right.
So yeah, like watching the show, I realized that like I really want more shows and more movies and stuff like that are about like the scientific logistics of dealing with a disaster.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's one of the reasons I like Shin Godzilla so much. Is because like a lot of the movie is like a bunch of scientists just like trying to figure out how to fucking stop this thing from like, you know?
Well, the early Godzillas were also just like anti-nuke and just like spreading that message as well, right?
Yeah, but like Shin Godzilla
If I remember, like
specifically,
yeah,
Shin
Shin
Godzilla
Godzilla goes more
specifically is
into it.
like Well, I also really like The Martian. The Martian is like really, really good.
Oh yeah.
And I think like The Martian is like I right now on the top of my head is the only example I can think of a story without like an antagonist.
Yeah.
Because like nobody's like it is an honest to god accident that he's stranded there. Like nobody like dumps him there. And like
Yeah.
everyone
No.
back on Earth is trying to get him back. So like there is no antagonist other than the fucking distance between the Earth and the on Mars.
Well, I think like Survivor films are essentially that now.
Yeah. Yeah. The Martian is a movie about potatoes. That's what the movie is about, potatoes.
Don't ask him how he grows them.
Yeah. Don't ask him how he grows them. Yeah, it is like yeah, it is a really, really good show. It is like very well it is like very well like filmed and like directed. The acting is like the acting is outstanding across the board. Like really, really like good performances across the board. It is like very well paced and the way it mixes stories. Uh, because like for example, in order to like get like the human element, I guess, to like highlight the human element of the whole thing, what they do is like there is like a running side plot alongside the main plot, which is like one of the wife of one of the firefighters that were like the first responders on scene trying to track him down because of course he was like turning into goop, so they had to send him to like a special hospital.
Yeah.
Um, and she's trying to track him down, and eventually she finds him, and he's like, yeah, he's basically goop at this point, like because that's what
Yeah.
radiation does to a person. Uh, but he's still like lucid enough to like recognize her, and it turns out she's pregnant. But unfortunately, because she gets too close to him,
Yeah. Yeah. It's bad.
because she gets too close to him, and she ends up having a miscarriage. And they determine later that what happened is like she should have died because of the amount of radiation she absorbed being with her husband. But because she had a baby, the baby absorbed all the radiation and it died instead. And the crazy thing is that that side plot is also based on a real person. Like that actually happened.
Well, yeah. Because radiation like destroys like it can like fuck up your entire cellular composition, right? Like it
Yeah,
just like you do just genuinely melt. Yeah.
yeah, it destroys your DNA. That is the problem with the radiation. Is like it destroys your DNA. So like your body doesn't know how to make cells anymore.
Yeah.
Your body just doesn't know
Yeah.
how, like you need to like so like what happens, you know how like you're constantly like shedding skin, like dead skin cells. Um because your body is always making like new skin cells to like replace them. But like if you get radiated, your DNA doesn't know how to make new skin cells. So your skin just falls off and you become meat. Because your body cannot make new skin to replace the skin that
Yeah.
naturally dies.
There are
Uh
different types of radiation that can just fuck you up, and it's awful.
yeah, and like if you get like and like if you get like a cold or like any sort of like bacteria or virus, your body cannot replace the cells that like die, like the cells of your immune system that die fighting that infection. Your body cannot replace them because it doesn't know how to make cells anymore.
Yeah.
Um, and if you lose any blood, your body cannot replace it because it doesn't know how to make red cells anymore.
Yeah.
Um, and if it is like bad enough, even if you get like a bone marrow transplant, it is going to kill the cells on that before they can like start like fixing the thing. Um, and yeah, like it damages it like the damage it causes to like the cellular structure is so big that after that if you get radiated enough, you literally start like melting. Like that is what happens to
Oh,
you.
yeah.
Like you're
There's a limit to what we can actually hold before like you're just straight up gone.
yeah, like
So yeah.
you start turning into like you like and I know this sounds like a little bit gross and insensitive, but you literally turn into goop.
Well, yeah, no, it's true. You superfy.
Yeah, you literally turn into like and I don't remember his name, but there is a story about a guy who worked on like a factory that was like like a nuclear fuel enrichment center, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And he got like a huge dose of radiation during an accident, and he survived for 82 days. But by the end of the 82 days, he was basically just like a puddle with ice.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
Yeah, and like that is one thing I like about the show is like like there are points because of the way they are framed, the way they are filmed on the show that are like more tense and like more scary than like most horror movies, right? But then there is the added horror that of knowing that this actually happened, this thing actually exists,
Yeah, yeah.
and right now the same thing that made this happen, there are like 12, there is like a couple dozen like missiles with the same thing attached to them right now in the world,
Yeah.
and
Well, yeah.
they are like on the hands of like some of the most like emotionally stable people, you know.
Well, the thing is, like, with the nuke is, like, depending on the zone, radiation might not be your immediate worry. It's instant vaporization.
Yeah,
So, I mean, like, also, like, the fallout of, like, nuclear winter and stuff like that. There's just so much into this.
yeah,
With the only really thing, like, and to be fair, I don't want people stressing while they watch this and having that paranoia. It's just, like, one of the things that holds it together is just, like, everyone's just in a quote-unquote Mexican standoff.
yeah,
And so, like, no one wants to be the first one to do it because once they do, you just paint a target on your back.
yeah.
So, yeah.
But like, but then we get into like the problem that like there is like very good evidence supporting the fact that there are non-state actors with nukes right now.
Yeah.
So, and they don't have that problem. They don't have a country to protect.
Well, no, yeah, but you're still gonna get, well, depending on, like, if they're willing to get, like, hit first. I mean, hit second afterwards.
Yeah,
I don't know. You need, like, an actual cartoonish villain to go, like, I want to reset the Earth in order to actually do this. And even with some of the crazies, I feel like there's a bit of a bravado where they wouldn't do it. So, like, we were talking about, like, the science also of just, like, some films. And
yeah.
my favorite thing about, like, how my brain is forgetting. How's my brain forgetting? God, Nuke Man. Come on. The film.
Huh?
Man Who Make
Hulk?
Nuke. No, what? Hulk didn't make.
He got radiated. Oppenheimer?
Yes, Oppenheimer. Is that when people watch Oppenheimer for the. Would you bet everyone's lives on it? I mean, like, even if I lost the bet, we'd all be dead.
Yeah,
So, like, whoop-de fuck. Um, but I don't want people to doom on it. Like, just don't. Like, if you
yeah.
stress about
There
things
are much
far
more
beyond,
immediate and relevant things to be doing about.
you're just as bad as they are. How? What?
The world is like the world is fucked up anyway. We don't need the nukes. Don't worry about them. Something is going to kill us first.
Yeah, like if you spend your entire life worrying about things beyond your control, you're just going to lose it.
Yeah, like me.
Yeah, like you can't. There are things beyond our ability, like
I
even
need
on a
like 5 pills
spatial
to even
level.
work.
I lose, we're all dead, so fuck it. Who cares? No, but that's different than me launching the nuke killer. Come on, man. I don't know what stance you're taking if this is being a bit, but like the realist, my optimism is just like, okay, everyone's technically on a standstill. Sure, there could be third parties there, but if they haven't acted, there's a reason why they're not acting. It's just like, yes. And the joke of like, well, if we're all dead, like, yeah, but it's like, if I'm dead, what am I? If I'm dead in my final moments as I see the nuke go off, I'm like, I was wrong. No, I'm gonna be like, I'm dead.
Oh man, I'm
I
dead.
really don't. I don't get this attitude, but like, the whole thing is just like, there are things beyond our capabilities, even in the galactic, universal level, and life is extremely fragile. So if you just worry about all of that, you're like every day is just going to be misery.
I do really like the fact that we figured out the way to like manipulate the building blocks of the universe and decided to kill ourselves with it.
Hmm?
Like I do really enjoy the fact that like we figured out a way to manipulate the building blocks of the universe and we decided to just kill each other with it. I really like that about humanity.
Yeah. No, okay, we sidetracked this. The funny thing about Oppenheimer is that's when people learned about atmospheric combustion. Like a lot of people, like they didn't know about that part.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like the concept that like when they were making the nukes, someone brought up the potential for atmospheric combustion,
Yeah, like
and so they had to address it. And then when they got the corrected model, they're like, "Will it stop it?" It's like, "I'm pretty sure."
I'm pretty sure we're not going to all cook to death right now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're not going to completely set the entire atmosphere on fire.
Yeah. Yeah, and I thought it like really like on the show, like because again I mentioned there are like two main characters, the scientist guy and the politician guy. And at the beginning of the show, the politician guy is like an asshole. He's like a huge asshole, but he eventually starts to understand
Like,
like the magnitude of the situation,
well,
and he
yeah.
starts to come around, and he's like it's a very nice arc seeing him like and where he ends up.
Well, the thing about Chernobyl is like it's a horrible situation, and then seeing the people who are willing to sacrifice and do a bunch of stuff is very inspiring, and the people who sadly have to accept their fates is like one of the tragic parts of it too, right?
Yeah, and
Just
like
all around, yeah.
and like again, there is this one scene like this was the scene I think that stuck with me, where like and like I'm going to like tell it again because like where like they're explaining to like the leader of the miners they're going to like have to dig under 12 meters because otherwise they're going to be too close to the radiation. They need like that amount of earth to protect themselves. And he looks at the guy, he looks at the scientist guy and the politician guy, and he goes like, "Well, you haven't been 12 meters on the ground all this time, right?" And they go, "No, we haven't." And there is like a bit of silence there. And then he just goes, "Well, all right, I'll do it."
Oof.
And he's like, it is like the little kernel of understanding, the little like silent understanding that like, yeah, we're asking you to like die.
Yeah,
But the reason we're doing that, the reason I feel like I can do that is because I have already done that, made that choice myself. Like I've been here like for 2 weeks. I'm going to die too.
yeah, that's pretty bad. Does this movie also talk about the elephant foot?
No,
It
that
doesn't
comes
show the
later.
elephant. Okay, I think the elephant foot like now has like most of its composition like degraded, right?
I think it will still
Like
kill
the
you.
outer, obviously it would still, it's extremely radioactive, but on like the bright side, I think like a bunch of the outer layers are gone. But it's still, I think it's still at the heat level where it would still dig into the earth, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it is filled with cesium, with really radioactive cesium.
I thought it was something called corium.
No, aquarium is like the weird like uh the weird like soup it creates. The weird like soup like nuclear disasters create.
Oh, okay.
I don't think you can.
Yeah.
I don't even think you can still take photos of it.
The elephant foot. Well, the first photo we ever had of it was like the most terrifying thing ever because there's just a guy near it.
Yeah. No, but like what I mean is that
It's
like if you take too long to kill, I think is like what I mean is like if you take too long to take the photo, it also kills the camera.
oh yeah, yeah. Because yeah, like because gamma radiation is EM wave, right?
Yeah.
So it just interferes with a lot of, yeah.
Yeah, and like
That's
that is
also
what.
like the terrifying thing, yeah, of like high magnetic signals, because like magnetic radiation just in general is just like, yeah, you just get atomized.
And that is also like the reason. Like every time you see a picture of like a nuclear disaster or something like that, it's like fucking grainy as fuck. It's literally camera sensor dying.
Yeah,
That's literally camera sensor
yeah.
dying. Like that
That's like
is
a good
like
example is like how microwaves just interfere with like electric signals and stuff too.
yeah.
It's a very immediate like thing you can do. Like for instance, an easy one is just like use your Bluetooth earphones, turn on your microwave, be near it, not too near, obviously. Well, yeah, but like, and you'll notice that your Bluetooth will act wonky.
Yeah, it's
It's
going to
like,
start disconnecting.
yeah. So like, yeah, they also EMP.
Yeah, nukes also like generate like a pulse. That wasn't like a big thing on Tokyo in 45, so they didn't really think about that. I mean, in
Yeah,
Japan in 45, so they didn't really think about that because back then electricity wasn't as big as it is nowadays.
yeah.
But nowadays that would be a huge issue, like problem too.
I
Um,
still, I can't remember if they still fish out radiated fish off of like some of Japan.
no,
'Cause some of the
because
pictures of the radiated fish was just like horrific.
Um, no, because I mean, like Nagasaki and Hiroshima have been like very effectively cleaned up.
Yeah.
And Fukushima, which is like the big nuclear disaster they had when in 2011 with the earthquake.
Yeah.
Um, which that was like the risk because that plant was built like very close to like the ocean, so that was the risk that it was going to
Yeah.
start
I
releasing like
remember when that was happening, like in real time. That was like a really scary scenario.
yeah, but like the big difference is between Fukushima and Chernobyl is that the Japanese government wasn't like more interested in lying than like fixing the issue. So they actually like fixed the issue as soon as they came up, instead of like trying to hide it and lie about it.
Yeah.
uh, so right now the water on that coast is actually like drinkable. That you can drink that water because it has been like so effectively cleaned up that water is drinkable again.
That's good. But yeah, no, you remember the pictures I'm talking about, right? Where fishermen would like get like certain fish off
Yeah,
the shores, and it's just like, holy shit, that thing does not look like anything of our ecosystem anymore.
yeah.
Yeah.
That probably came from Bikini Atoll with SpongeBob.
Yeah, it was in rock bottom.
That is my
He was
favorite.
trying to run away
That
from
is my favorite like
rock
fan.
bottom's.
That is
Mm-hmm.
I think my favorite fan theory, and like the one that makes the more sense to me, because
Oh,
like
you're
the guy
cutting out.
because like the guy who created SpongeBob was a marine biologist, so he probably knew what radiation was going to do to the fishes down there.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, the whole thing, I think he uses. I think the show uses the footage of like the testing site too, right?
Yeah,
So, because that's the whole point. Bikini Atoll is, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Uh, I did. And I am so stupid. I am so stupid because I did one other thing this week.
What?
Okay, so like what I've been doing since I started working, because it is like on site, so I have to go out. Is that I've been doing like I have been buying like data for my phone piecemeal.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have like any plans or anything because I didn't I before getting a job I didn't go out that much, so I didn't need it. Um, but I realized like it is going like now that I'm like going out frequently, it is going to start like the buying data piecemeal is going to become like an expense, and I should probably like look into getting a plan, right? Like a data plan or something
Yeah.
like that. But I was looking into that, and I realized I'm very stupid because it turns out I already had a data plan. Um, turns out the price I've been paying for my home internet already included a data plan, and all I had to
Oh.
but like I never noticed that because I don't read the emails they send me. I only read the emails when the bill goes up, and the bill didn't go up, so I didn't care. Uh, so I never claimed the SIM card. So all I had to do was like go to the office, which is like three blocks away. So I didn't even have to walk that much. I just needed to go to the office for like my internet provider.
This is somehow a good metaphor for your life when I think about it.
Yeah, and I went there and I showed them my ID, and I told them, hey, I need that SIM card, and they just gave me the SIM card and they didn't charge me anything. So now I have free data, and I could have had that like 3 months ago.
Yeah, that's about right.
Because I don't read my emails.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it is actually faster than my last provider too. So it's like, okay, there are no downsides here.
You are literally DW in front of the door.
Yeah, like there are no downsides here. I just never read that email.
Yep.
And it didn't even take that long. Like it took like the whole process took like 40 minutes.
Oh yeah, well, sim distribution? No, it isn't that bad.
So it's like, okay. So I could have done this. I
Only
could have done this in April, you're telling me.
yeah. Only had to change like providers like twice, and both times it was pretty lickety split.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now I have a new theme.
Let's go.
And I also have a new phone. I bought a new phone like
Yeah, you were complaining about the cameras for some reason at the start.
yeah, because like the cameras are good, but I just don't understand why you need so many cameras.
It's just for the photo generation.
Yeah. Um and the first thing I did with my new phone was break it.
You said brick it or break it?
Break.
How did you manage to brick your phone on day one?
I tried to unlock the bootloader.
Okay. Did your warranty cover your replacement?
No, I fixed it.
Oh, okay, that's good. Then that's not really. Is it really bricking?
I mean, I had to like reflash everything. Like I have to like reflash the like recovery menu, like connected to.
I thought a true bricking situation was just like it is completely just dead.
I had to connect it to like my PC and open the command prompt and start like sideloading packages and like resetting everything and like formatting all of the partitions and like I even had to like clear the RAM manually from the PC.
I feel like if you can access it even in its secondary, that isn't a brick.
But I managed to fix it. I did manage to fix it. Because it wasn't even turning on.
Okay, yeah, that is weird.
I managed to fix it, and now I have a custom operating system installed on it. Because that was my goal from the beginning, and I actually managed to do it anyway. Because Android is very annoying nowadays. There are too many pop-ups and shit. So I wanted a custom operating system.
I mean, hey, congrats on the new phone. I need to go to a repair shop and get my battery fixed. I hate some of these new fucking phone batteries.
I should have got no, it is not Linux. It is like a version of Android, but it is like because the thing is like Android itself is open source, so you can like make your own version of Android. You cannot put any of the Google apps in it, or any of the Google services, but that's good because that's what I wanted. Anyway,
Yeah.
And it is a custom version of Android, and it is like based on like the most recent build. It is like Android 15, so it's like it is like all good and fancy.
Do they still name them after like desserts and shit?
No, they stopped doing that because they're boring.
Yeah, because I remember that being a thing that they kept doing.
They were naming them after food for a while. Then they stopped doing
Yeah.
that, and they started like naming them after letters.
I thought it was specifically like desserts and candy.
Yeah, I think it was like sweet stuff.
Yeah.
And then they stopped doing that, and they started like just naming them after letters. And they stopped doing that, and now we're boring. And Android 15 is just Android 15.
Okay.
Because
couldn't even stick to the end of the alphabet for this.
Because phone is illegal now.
It's just like you couldn't go through like you had an alphabetic like scheme and you couldn't follow it to the 26th one. You just gave up halfway. I guess once you hit X, finding foods for it is gonna get a little tough.
Yeah, so it was a cupcake donut, eclair, froyo, gingerbread, honeycomb, ice cream sandwich, jelly bean, Kit
I
Kat,
remember ice cream sandwich.
lollipop, marshmallow, nougat, Oreo, pie, O, and then it was 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 because we're boring
pie.
now.
Wait, element of PQ. Wait, you said pie then O?
No, because like it was like Oreo, pie, and then Android 10 was just like Android O.
Oh, that's lame.
And now it's just like numbers. Now it's just the numbers.
Desserts that start with Q. Okay, 32 desserts that start with Q. Okay, maybe question tart wouldn't be good. Quartzquake, quick bread. Well, quiche isn't a dessert though, right? Quince Kotab, quark strudel,
Quesadilla?
quince tart, quick oat bars.
Fuck it.
These are what are you calling a dessert, Candy?
Wait, do white people? Not you're not white. Sorry.
I'm not white.
But like, do
dare you.
North American people think quesadilla is like a meal?
Quesadilla. Hold on. I want to see what we're talking about. I need to know that I'm not like tripping. An American quesadilla has meat and cheese and stuff. I wouldn't call it a dessert, Candy.
Yeah, but like around here, a quesadilla is just like a snack burrito. You know, it's like
Yeah, no, but like you have to
it is a
understand North
snack.
American like yeah, you have to understand North American portions. There ain't no way they're making it snack size. They're making that chunky. They're making that huge. Your problem is you're thinking of a legitimate like Spanish American quesadilla. You are not thinking of whatever homunculus North American quesadilla they're making.
Yeah, I do remember.
Yeah,
I do remember ice cream sandwich because that was like the version of my first smartphone.
I remember ice cream sandwich as well.
And I do remember like I also remember like I also had a tablet that was running KitKat. Do you remember back then, if you went into like the device information and you tap the version number a bunch, it would like show you a little like jelly bean jumping around the screen, or like a little ice cream sandwich and stuff like that.
Yeah, I do remember that. I don't remember doing that for ice cream sandwich. I do remember doing that for one of the later ones.
Let me see what happens if I do that now. I think it's just going to show me like the fucking number.
Lame.
About phone, Android version. Yeah, it just showed me the fucking number. Lame. That's lame. Where is the whimsy? We are killing whimsy.
We are. Well, yeah. I mean, what was it? Whimsy's coming back in some media, but when it comes to tech, I'm so sick of like minimalism.
Yeah,
I want us to loop back into like a crazy, stupid websites looking from the early 2000s and being clunky and dumb.
yeah. We need stuff to be ugly again, like in a
Yeah.
funny way.
Or you know what? God forbid. Let me just customize my websites like some websites used to do. Like,
Oh
hey, do you
yeah,
want your entire website to our original website color is blue, but if you use this custom thing, you can just upload your custom image as the background for the entire website wherever you press, or just choose an array of colors and make your own website.
you know what? You know what? You know another thing we need to like go back to
What?
is skeuomorphism.
Maximalism's a good name. I mean, to be fair, that is a thing. Huh? What?
Skeuomorphism.
Schemorphism?
Yeah, that is the name for like making stuff on like tech look like the thing that it is supposed to look like in real life.
I need to look at
Like you remember because like you remember back when like the
I need
interfaces
to
of the
look at an
music players
example.
back when like the interfaces of the music players were like designed to look like an actual turntable.
Oh, right, and like the app of the calculator app would actually look like a calculator.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay, I totally get what you're meaning. Like still embodying that general feel. Yeah,
we need to go
yeah,
back to
totally.
that. Everything
Yeah,
is
I
just
think
everything is just a flat rectangle nowadays.
yeah, I think the only one that kind of keeps it is like the laziest option, which is the notepad, because all you
Yeah,
have to do is put lines on a page.
and even then like because like okay so like uh of course like Apple is known for the Macintosh line of computers, right? And Mac OS, which is what was on those computers, right?
Hmm.
Uh, but before that they had like other like computers and operating systems, right? Like they did have like a command line, like kind of like DOS, right? Did you ever use DOS?
I think I played only one DOS game ever.
But you know what it is like. There is no like
Yeah, I
Windows or
know what
anything. It's
DOS
just
is.
like a command line where
Yeah,
you input the.
yeah, yeah.
Apple also had like one of those. But like the predecessor to like Mac OS, which is what they were like going, which is the interface that they are using
Oh,
nowadays.
oh wait, you cut
Uh,
off.
oh, am I back?
You're back. You're back.
Okay, so like the predecessor to Mac OS, which is like the operating system they're still using nowadays, it was called Lisa OS. And the reason it was called Lisa OS is because it came with a computer that was called the Apple Lisa. And it was like the first operating system to go hard into like the desktop metaphor. So like they went hard into like the so for example, you had like your desktop and in the desktop there was the icon for like the note taking application, like for your text editor. And and the icon for that application looks like a little book, right? As it still does
Hmm.
nowadays. Except when you clicked on it, instead of opening the application, it will play like a little animation and rip a page out of the icon. And then that page will become its own icon. And then
Oh,
it
that's cool.
and then you will name that page and that will be your new document. And then you could open that one and then you could actually like start editing it. So like it was really just like actually like you like using paper and shit. And like and it was designed to like work that way. So like moving folders, you had to like open a folder in like in like the side and drag the stuff out of the folder and stuff like that. It was very, very tactile. And I
Mhm.
don't know, I find it really, really charming. Unfortunately, like, Lisa OS did like that line of computers was like a failure, so I didn't stick around, and nobody made any applications for it. So like, there is no point on like trying to use like a retro computer with like Lisa OS, like because like if you want like a retro Mac computer, you still need to like use Mac OS, use like one of the old versions, like 7. I think 7 or 9 and 9 have like the go-to ones for like retro computing when it comes to like Macs.
Mhm.
But yeah, because like those computers sold so little that like nobody made any applications for like Lisa OS. Uh, to the point where like Lisa OS is kind of known as like the 7X7 operating system because there was like the 7 applications for it.
Oh.
But yeah, it was very charming, and I do miss a lot of stuff about like the way computing worked back then. Like you know what I think we should bring back?
What?
Horizontal PC cases.
Yeah, yeah, no, I get you.
I think we
Because
should,
it's easier to put on your desk, yeah.
yeah, like put that in the desk and
You
then
can
put
just
the
put your
monitor on top.
monitor. Yeah. I mean,
And
I
they're
guess
probably
people with
easier
like
to
multi
build. They're probably easy to build too. Because like
I guess
it's
like
already laid out. It's already laying
I
down.
guess
So
the
you can just take
I
the
guess the
cover.
problem is though like if multi-monitor setups because then you'd have the uneven. But unless I guess if you used desk like wall mounts, then you could kind of erase that, but then I mean, no, I get you. I do think horizontal cases should be brought back.
And we should also bring back beige. Just bring the color beige back.
Beige? Oh, beige PCs like the old XP machines? Yeah. Well, I mean, here's the thing. Some of them didn't start off beige. They started off white, and then they'd stay in your house, and then they'd become beige, and you'd be like, eh.
That's fine. That's easy to clean.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, and like also like we just need to bring back the computer cases that are boring. Just like really fucking boring. Just like
They're just boring. Hmm.
like I don't want a fucking window on my computer case. You have any idea
I
how
don't
many?
mind it. I don't mind the window.
You
I
have
know. That being said, I don't mind the window. I don't really use RGB that
That's
much.
just
I
an
think the
extra
RGB.
breaking point. That's just an extra breaking point.
What are you doing with your PC, Candy? Are you flip flopping it around? Are you kicking
No,
it
but I
around
don't
the
like
fucking
taking
house?
risks with something that expensive.
That is absolutely not true. Every story you've told about me, you have reckless behavior. I don't like taking risks. Shut the fuck up.
I mean,
Sit down.
I don't
Pull
like
your
taking
guns
risks with
back.
my
You
PC
just,
because I
you,
value my
someone
PC
put
more
the
than
objection.
myself.
Someone put the objection of Phoenix Wright, her saying, I don't like taking risks.
And also like if your side panel is solid, you can put another fan in there.
Yeah, no, okay, that, if you made that the argument from the start, yeah, practicality, sure.
You can put like another fan on top of the processor to like improve the airflow. Which is still
I
like
mean, but
again, and I also want to praise like the new cooler I bought for my because I got like a new CPU cooler, and I'm very happy with it. It's just like a cheap Chinese CPU cooler, but it's working wonderful. Uh,
I just
because
genuinely don't mind the glass panel, honestly.
because normally when I'm streaming, my CPU is like at like 85 to 90 degrees, and right now it is like at 60. So it really is making a huge difference.
Yeah, I'll say because there are a lot of like PC cases that I don't necessarily care for. The one I have is like a Cooler Master,
Yeah.
and I like that one. That one's fine.
Both of my computers are built on like old office cases. I don't like the gamer cases.
I'm not big on the gamer cases. I don't care about RGB either. I think it's like if anything, I see RGB like PC setups in my room, and I feel like it's tacky. I
Yeah,
usually turn off the RGB like in
yeah,
in my setups, and I just like let it just stay. And
yeah.
then usually I just look in the glass panel. I'm just like, oh, is it dusty? It's time to clean it out.
Unfortunately, there is no way to like turn the like little LEDs on like my GPU. So there is still like some yellow every now and then on my room, which is annoying.
I remember from a processor, it was a little more of an annoying task, but I got that done. And then, yeah. I
Uh,
know. I mean, I know people who love the RGB setup. They make their whole room RGB, but it's just like my brain is like, I can't handle that.
I do like the LED on the PS4 controller that I use. But the reason I like it is because with the application I
Oh, you mean the
use,
light up on the touchpad thing?
yeah, but like the reason I like it is because the
Yeah.
application I use to like create custom controller mappings and stuff like that lets me like use the LED to like supervise like battery levels and like latency and stuff like that. So it is like
Yeah.
practical.
Yeah, the DS4 was actually really good.
It's a really good controller, very comfortable.
I genuinely like it.
I kind of want to try.
The dual sense is like fine.
I do
I think
kind
it's
of.
a little more sturdy than DS4, honestly, but like the DS4 is just like still a solid controller.
I do want to like upgrade to like a DS5 at some point because I really want to try some stuff with like the with like
The haptic.
the haptics and like the triggers, the like
Mhm.
resistance and triggers. Because I'm thinking that they would be really cool for like GameCube emulation.
Could be, yeah.
Because the thing about like GameCubes is that GameCubes have like dual triggers. So like if you do a soft press, it is like an analog. But then when you get to like that button, if you press again, there is like another like clicky button, right? On like the single trigger. So I'm wondering if you can like emulate that effect. And like some games actually did use that. For example, like you know like Mario Sunshine. Um
Yeah, I hear about Mario Sunshine a lot for this.
and the thing about Mario Sunshine is that like if you do the soft press on the trigger, Mario just starts spraying water like in the direction you're running. But if you keep pressing down the trigger and go past the hard press, Mario like stops moving and like you start like getting to like turret controls, so you can like switch in and out of that without like pressing another button, just by like varying how hard you are pressing the trigger. But because there is like a clicky point where that resistance happens, uh, it is clear where that point is, so you never get like confused about like why you are running or why you are not running. Like you always know like what stage of the input you are on. So it's very fun. So it actually works really well.
Yeah.
You know?
Last game I've been doing haptic feedback is just mostly Lost Judgment.
Yeah. I also want to see like if there are like maybe any like driving games that do like something interesting with like that feedback on the triggers.
I'd imagine. For braking and stuff, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, how was your week? We are 2 hours in.
Yeah, yeah, you you silly goose.
Listen, I haven't been streaming. Like this is the only stream I've done this week. I'm pent up.
How is that my problem?
You're my
To be
husband.
fair, like,
You're my husband. You have to deal with my blue balls.
uh, uh, I have to adjust my seating position. I'm gonna drink some water. Yeah, no, I didn't. No, I'm joking about it. I didn't really have that much in my week, so like, I didn't mind. Mostly just doing a lot of side gigs for work until my position in my new place starts up in a few weeks.
Well, you're going to start. What are
Um,
you going to start doing? Oh wait, I muted
going
this.
to essentially.
Can you
What?
say that again? Discord muted itself accidentally.
Oh, okay. Well, essentially, what I'll be doing is I'll be working in the back of a government building, not having to talk to people as I organize databases.
That's nice.
Yeah, I like it. I'm gonna just check out, put like earphones in. It's contracted work, so I have to look at the terms and how long I'm employed before my contract gets decided for renewal. And pay is I've seen pretty decent. So here's hoping we climb out of debt.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else? Let's see. My friend's going away party because they're going to Asia for a year. So we had a nice party for them. We got them gifts. Um, nice time. Genuine, just like, oh, I'm not gonna see this person for a year until they come back. It's like, oh, maybe you could visit me. I'm like, ah, no. It's just
Yeah.
like, yeah. I mean, like, I'd love to tour Asia, specifically like China, Japan,
Yeah.
mostly, and I'd get lost in those museums. I would probably just be at the sorry. Um, that was my that was a relative coming into my room just talking to my dog. He just opened the door just so he could talk to my dog. What was I gonna say? Sorry. All right. People keep opening my door without knocking. The audacity. Uh, so like after the going away party, that was nice. I went to a birthday party the day after. No, 2 days after, and it was like a nightmare. I had to ask that person's like siblings, like, okay, what do they want? Because this person is too versatile to like. Okay, the worst kind of person to give for is a person who has a million different hobbies and is pretty good across them all and like pretty versatile in fashion. So this eliminates like me getting a hobby related gift because I have no idea which hobby they have in rotation. I can't make them an OC because I don't know what clothes they'd want in the OCs.
Yeah.
I can't buy them like fashion outright, so I had to ask their sibling. It's like, oh, they wanted this specific thing, and then I hunted for that specific thing. I found it online in a certain distributor, and I ran all the way to that distributor that day. And they're like, oh, we don't carry that in physical. I'm like, why did you not put online only on your website? And it's like, then people wouldn't visit the store. I'm like, I will smack you.
Maybe they'll see something else. One never knows.
Yeah, yeah. It's kind of a strat, you know. And so like I found an alternative to that thing that they also wanted that their sibling let me know, and I got it just in the nick of time. Brought it to the birthday party. They loved it. They were like, "How did you know?" And I was like, "Yes, that's the reaction you always want for a
Yeah.
gift."
How did I'm
Um,
spying on you.
Worst part is depending on some of my friends, like they'd be into that. They'd be like, "Oh," and I'll be like, "It was
I'm
a joke."
I'm stalking you, and my only purpose is to like never embarrass myself giving you a gift. That is the only reason I'm stalking
Yeah,
you.
and then they'd be like, "Oh, my neck. That's so intimate." And I'd be like, "Oh no, I was just joking. Please stay away from."
I work at the CIA because giving bad gifts is embarrassing. So I need
Yeah,
information.
it is. Um, that birthday party was pretty fun. We had a long karaoke night. I sung the song from K-pop Demon Hunters from the boy band. The song's name is Your Idol. It was fun to sing. And then my voice got sore, and we sung a lot of songs. We had some delicious fried chicken from this Korean place, and
Chimkin.
it, yeah. Chimkin is always good. I love chimkin, and that was mostly it. I didn't get to consume as much media as I usually do. I played some Mass Effect. I played some Mass Effect 2, and it was pretty fun. Getting like more members. So like you don't get Rex in 2, you get this Krogan that's like a test tube baby called the Grunt, which I think is like the lamest name, but he's pretty cool. I don't know if I'll like him more than Rex, but whatever. And got Tally,
I did.
got Jack.
I think that is the only thing because I generally try to like not reload when I'm playing games like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was the one thing I actually like did reload for when I was playing Mass Effect is that I accidentally killed Rex.
Oh, in on Vimir?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
And I was
No,
like,
because like if
yeah.
you well, like yeah, no, if you choose like never choose the renegade option near Rex, he's gonna stand his ground. Like the fuck you think? He's gonna get intimidated? He's a fucking Krogan.
Yeah.
He's all about them hands.
They literally use bricks, walking bricks.
Yeah, it's just like he's not gonna because like with kindness, a Krogan's a little foreign to it. It's like, all right, I'll hear you out. But if you go like, if you don't listen, I'll put you to the ground. Bet.
Why
And
did
then
why,
they
why did
fight.
the subtitles did? Is it my
Mass
accent?
Effect still has Mass Effect, the CIA, because giving birth gives us embarrassing. So yeah, it's your accent. But it's like Mass Effect does have that problem that Deus Ex solved. Is like it shows you the dialogue option and then what you are actually going to say. But Mass Effect 2 never does that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Human Revolution will give you the dialogue option and then a sub box which will actually say per like verbatim what Adam Jensen is going to say. Because like even when you pick some of the options you think will work, like Shepard will say something nearly completely different sometimes, and you'll be like, "This was not what I was going for."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like the thing about like
Um.
when like I don't know like I'm not that big into Mass Effect. I didn't like them that much. So when I was playing them, like nothing really like made me care enough to not be a dick. So I did a lot of Renegade.
Yeah.
But with Rex, I was like, yeah,
Mhm.
you got genocided. I can tolerate so your thing. You got genocided. It's fine.
Like it's all right. Yeah, who else did I get? I got so since you have the DLC, you get Zahid and Kasumi.
Yeah.
Got Jack, um, Morden. I love Morden. Garrus and Grunt. And so like now it's like okay, now bring in the new three after we did the Horizon mission, which is Tally and Thane. I haven't gotten Thane yet, and like I think one other that I can't remember for the life of me. And as soon as Tally went on my ship, it's like it's time to romance Tally. Immediately. Not not Jack. Jack's like even my assistant was like Jack's waiting for you in the break. I'm like I know she probably wants she's DTF. I'm not about it.
Yeah.
And then I told my friend, and he's like, you know what the funny part about that route is? And like, what? If you tell her that, she gets more into you. I'm like, oh no,
Oh, she's like that.
she's like that. I go
I
no, and
think I
she's like,
romanced Tally
it's
too.
suddenly more attractive.
But
Yeah,
I don't
Tally's just
remember.
so great. Tally's just great.
I would have
Um,
romanced Kazumi if you could, but you can't. Fucking hell.
well, she's not over her dead husband.
Yeah, but he's dead.
Yeah, well, you know what the thing is, if I remember correctly, she's into Jacob, which is really funny because Jacob is like Caden too, in that he's really boring.
Yeah.
Like, you know who Jacob is, right?
Yeah, he's like the other guy who joins you at the beginning. Gonzalo Miranda.
Yeah. Like Jacob, Jacob's nice, but it's just like as soon as Kasumi like hints that she's like, do you think he's like, do you know if he's into Asian girls? Like, really, you're into that? I look at Jacob in the distance. I mean, he's like handsome, but he's boring as fuck.
You look at
I
you look at Jacob in the distance and he's just standing there completely still, looking at the wall.
yeah, I was gonna say he was looking at the wall. He's Blair Witching it, but it's not hostile intent. He's just got nothing to do. Major NPC energy, and
And
I'm just like,
and
I guess I
it doesn't
go.
even look creepy because he's just kind of blending in into the wall. It's like,
Yeah, and you're just like, all right, Kasumi, if that's what you want. Your world's about to get rocked if you ever meet fucking Caden.
yeah.
But clearly, you just like bland bread. Um, yeah, I'm interested to see how this goes. I actually what I didn't like, is like the Horizon mission can auto because you're used to going to the communication deck and then them giving you a rundown and then you get to manually go to the planet to do the mission. No, this just autos you in. Luckily I finished it, so I can recruit more members, and then I'm gonna do a bunch of the side missions beforehand because like the save data carries over to 3.
Is this the game where they introduce the race that is like biologically like evil? So like interesting implications about that?
The collectors, yeah, the
No,
ones
no,
who
no,
like
the ugly
literally
ones.
smash people. I know which ones you're talking about. Their name starts with a P. The Petarians?
No, the Warcha.
Oh, Vorcha. Oh yeah, but the Vorcha are stupid. When you go to what's the original Omega? Everyone talks about how the Vorcha are just like violent, and then you're like, do you think they made this biochemical weapon? It's like, no, the Vorcha are stupid. They're stupid idiots. They could never.
Mm.
They're dumb. So you're
Yeah,
like,
and
oh.
there's definitely nothing weird about having a race that is just like biologically like naturally stupid and violent.
Yeah, but like their one trade-off, like the one buff that they got for the trade-in for intelligence is they're just immune to diseases.
Yeah.
So it's just like, oh, okay, biohazards just don't work on them. And even the Krogan, you find out they're kind of evolving past the genophage, which is like good. But then you talk to Morden, and Morden's just like, we should make another one. He's like, Morden, what the? That was a war crime, and he's like, yeah.
Yeah, but they're
You're
scary.
like, you're just like, Morden.
They're gonna take my jobs.
It is pretty interesting when you meet Akira, the guy who like made um Grunt. I hate that his name is Grunt. It's so lame. Is that like Akira, you think he's like a Krogan scientist, but everyone talks about how Krogans can't be scientists because they're just a warrior race that just hates science, but that's not true because Akira exists.
Yeah.
And it's just like Akir brings up another thing that's very interesting about the genophage is if a Krogan kid survives a genophage, that doesn't mean they were the best of the best. That just means they got lucky. Like the genophage is just a lottery-based system. It isn't like indicative of superior genes.
Yeah.
And so there's like a derogatory term in the Krogan community where if you're a soft-hearted weak Krogan, they just call you phage lucky. And it's like
That sounds too close to a real slur.
and you're just like ooh. It's just like you lucked out, kid.
That sounds too close to a
Damn.
real slur.
Well, I didn't use the what did I use? I used the soft G. This would be a completely different stream if
No,
I used the hard G.
the hard G is for the hard G is for the character you meet in 3. Do you know K Lang? Have you ever heard of K Lang?
Oh, I've heard that. Yeah.
Yeah, he's the one who gets the hard G.
Who gets the?
He's island.
I think I know. I think I know K Lang. Isn't K Lang's like was he the one who people talked about like being like overhyped in 3 and then kind of just being a funny disappointment?
He's so lame.
Yeah.
He's doing the booking like Sonic and the Dark Knight sword pose all the time.
No, because I remember it's like the
He talks to his
self-insert
katana.
fanfic. Yeah, it's a self-insert fanfic guy who's like edgy, but like the way you deal with him is like comical and how ineffective he is.
Yeah.
Like he's just like kind of a loser, which I find really I find that all the more funny because of it.
But like the thing about him is that he's like the loosiest loser the entire series, but like you can tell like they wanted you to think he was really cool. Like they wanted you to think he was cool as hell.
That's a completely different energy. If it was just like you going in and I think this benefits better if you walk in knowing K Lang's lame. Because if you walk in seeing him lame, being like, if you know he's gonna be lame and then he's just like lame, you're just like, oh, it's so funny.
Yeah, like if
But,
that,
like,
but like, and if that was the intentional like beat, it would be really funny.
yeah, but it
But it
apparently
is not
wasn't.
the
It was
intentional
just,
beat. You can tell they were like, yeah, this is so cool, and we are so excited, and we have Troy Baker voicing him. It's going to be great. He's going to be like a great foil to Shepard, and then you get to him, and he's like, my mom got me a katana.
Oh yeah, you know, I googled him. I don't know why I thought he looked different in my head, but he just looks like Nightwing. He just looks like Space Nightwing.
He never says that his mom got him that katana, but I'm pretty sure that his mom got him that katana.
His mom went to an anime con and bought him the katana, and he sharpened it himself. And then he's telling you like how it has like millennia's worth of history.
Yeah, this is like 70 times folded steel.
Oh, he has an Injato. Okay, good for him.
This is like 100 times folded steel. Yes. And it is 1,000 years old, yes. And my mom got it from me on a safe ways.
I do like also that while in Mass Effect 2, everyone who boards on your ship and you talk about working for Cerberus, they're like, yeah, they're probably like the space Nazis, but like they're paying well.
I mean, in this economy,
well, most of them. If your original crew comes in, Tally is not about Cerberus, which makes sense. Garrus is always like ambiguous because you shape his morality, and he's just like, the funding's nice. Just like Garrus. Garrus like, this is an organization that may or may not push human supremacy, and you feel comfortable on this ship.
yes, no model today because my camera doesn't want to work, so we have to improvise.
She has also become PNG tuber.
Yeah, I wanted to elevate Nick to VTuber, but now I have fallen down to PNG tuber.
In what world would I have the money or interest? Or time?
I will get you a model, Nick, so help me God.
I like how you like an expensive V2. Like I'm assuming it would be expensive because V2 models, by and large, I don't believe are cheap. So just
Fuck it, I learned to do it myself.
Oh, that would be. You know what? If you did it yourself, I would love it because that you made that for me. But yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Now that being said, I would probably use it for animation more than I ever would VTubing.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I would proudly wear it.
Even if it looks like a potato.
Even if it looks like a potato, because you made it for me.
Yeah, a potato.
Candy's model costed 30K.
Yeah, you don't hurt my sister anymore because I sold her for the model.
Yeah, that what?
Don't
So
worry
nice
about
that
it.
you want to get your husband candy. Oh. But like don't worry about it. This is the in-lore arc. Your sister's gonna come as a VTuber model who wants revenge on your VTuber.
Oh, that is good because like think about my sister is that like imagine me, right? Imagine someone like with my personality, right?
Yeah.
Except replace all the horny with rage.
That's just you from 10 years ago.
Okay, and now make her like a red belt on judo.
Oh, that's bad. Okay, yeah, I can see that. Well, at least judo's counter-based. Like relative. I mean, you can technically go up to them and be proactive and just throw people on the floor, but it'd be worse, I feel like, if she was just straight up a boxer.
Yeah. No, she can't do that anymore because her hand is fucked up.
Okay. We're safe. Damn, your sister's worth 30K. Jesus. Yeah, that's the gold plate in her skull from headbutting Candy one time.
I mean, like, I just remember once my sister was like running around. She was very little. She was running around, being like, a toddler, as toddlers do.
Mm-hmm.
And she just like starts running really fast without looking, and she hits her head against like a corner of a wall, super hard. And we have to like take her to like the hospital immediately because like she starts bleeding immediately and stuff like that. Um, and then we come back and we see the wall, and we look at the wall where she hit herself, and there was like a little piece of skin and some hair in there. That's how hard she hit the fucking wall.
Oh my god.
And it's like, okay, so this is like a family thing. This is like genetic.
Also, I'm sorry. I just got like another thing on my chat where one person was laughing at. Remember Super Eye Patch Wolf's like Shenmue 3 review and the thumbnail is "I've wasted my life."
Yeah.
Someone responded to that in that chat and went, "It's a good game." And I'm just sitting there and it is taking every fiber of my being not to shit on.
I mean, like you could have like saved Eye Patch World could have saved himself so much time if he just admitted like Shenmue has never been good to begin with. You know how
We
we have
can't go down.
you
We
know how
can't
we
go down this route. There's too much. We can't.
you know how we have had this conversation before about like
Yeah, we not on podcast, but you and I would
no, but
would
like
waste so much time
but
just
like
shitting on
we
Shenmue
have
3
mentioned
and
before
Shenmue.
like the difference between an old game that is still good and an old game that was only kind of like interesting because of what it was trying to do, but it was not good itself. That's Shenmue.
Yeah,
Like Shenmue was like objectively it deserves some of the fame it has because it was like a revolutionary game,
it was.
but it is not
It
good.
was. It's not good as a game. If this was like if we had to recontextualize Shenmue to be shortened into a movie because you could effectively do that, or like a series, I'd probably enjoy it more. But from my memory of when I played Shenmue 1 is the longest game of he said she said
I'm looking
on the
for some
face of the
sailors.
earth. Yeah, it's like, do you have any information? No, but this guy does. Do you have this information? Maybe this guy does. Do you have
I
any
don't. Why are you
information?
meowing?
Down at the dock, there are sailors. And
Years
then you do
ago,
a
I
couple
was
QTs.
Chinese.
Years ago, I was Chinese. You do the occasional QTE. You raise a cat. I don't care about Shenmue 3. I don't have not Shenmue 3 specifically, but that's Shenmue 1. But it's just like I can't.
Yeah, and then someone looked at Shenmue and went, "Wow, there are some really interesting ideas here. What if we just make this but like actually good?" And now we have Yakuza.
Yakuza's better, yeah. And I know someone's going to argue, but that's not the point. That's not what they're going for. But it's like, you know what makes things interesting? A gameplay for a video game.
Yeah, can you imagine that playing a game like
I
getting
feel so bad for like shitting on this more now, but it's just like, yeah, Yakuza fan likes Yakuza.
yeah, we were talking about how Yakuza is better, is just like better Shenmue. Was good. Which is not like it is not even that uncommon. Because like this week I was playing a game called Test Drive Unlimited 2, right? And
Yeah,
the thing about Test Drive Unlimited 2 is that it is not a good game. Like the progression is kind of borked. The progression is kind of borked. Because it is a racing game, it is an open world racing game, right? So the progression is lame. The handling is like very like slippery and heavy, and it doesn't feel good to like drive any car. And it has like a lot of like weird technical issues that make it a pain in the ass to even get running to begin with. But as I'm playing this game, I realize like the structure and the way like the rewards are set up, and like a lot of like the ways like the setup of the world, and like the pacing and like the structure and like the rewards and stuff like that. I'm like thinking like this is exactly like Forza Horizon. But the thing is like Forza Horizon is good. Like those games are actually fun. So like what happened is that someone looked at Test Drive Unlimited 2 and looked at it and went like, what if we make this boat good? And they made Forza Horizon. So like that happens a lot actually. Like there are a lot of games that are like just what if we make this game but like good?
yeah. I'm trying to think of more examples of that though, off the top of my head.
You could argue
X,
like
but good.
there is an argument to be made that like the first Resident Evil was like sweet home but good, and then it just like snowballed out of control from that.
Yeah. Mm,
No,
I'm trying to think of
actually, the
more
first
though.
Resident Evil was Alone in the Dark, but good. Because I have played the original Alone in the Dark and it is not good.
I'm trying to think of
But
more.
but again, it is really very revolutionary. I can give
Yeah,
you
well,
one.
like, yeah.
I can give you
Go
one.
ahead.
Bloodborne is Nightmare Creatures, but good.
I don't even remember Nightmare Creatures. I gotta Google
Yeah,
this
and that is the
now.
point.
Yeah, it's just like 1997 video game. Is this really Bloodborne though?
I mean, more like the second one. Like Nightmare Creatures 2 is very Bloodborne.
Okay. Oh, yeah, yeah, I can see it.
But
I
like
can see it.
I'm not talking only about the vibes. I'm talking also about like the gameplay and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there's also an argument to be made that like Dark Souls is Death Trap Dungeon but good. Uh, Death Trap Dungeon was another like cheaty action game from the PS1 era. But the thing is like the
I thought
thing
you were
about
gonna
that
say,
one,
what if Dark Souls was Demon Souls but good?
uh, but Demon's Souls is already good.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was gonna laugh. I'm like,
Uh,
okay.
the thing about Death Trap Dungeon is that like Miyazaki himself has admitted he's like a fan of that series, and there are a lot of similarities. There's even a fucking like Poison Swamp level in the game. So like there is
I
a
guess like in the instance where it's like, what if this but good, but if the thing's already good, that's just a spiritual successor, right?
yeah, or like what if this, but like we explore this idea instead.
Because like PoE and Diablo, right? That's the comparison
No,
I've
but like
always been given.
the thing is like when Path of Exile came out, Diablo was bad.
Okay, so yeah,
Because
PoE is the one then that I can
Diablo
think of.
because PoE came out when Diablo 3 was like before they fixed Diablo 3. Because when Diablo 3 came out, it was pay to win.
You know, Stardew, right? Because during that time,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
during that time, the Story of Seasons was like dead,
yeah.
and it
But
was like
then, but then
and it
again,
was actually the
this
success of
feels this
Stardew that brought
weird.
it back.
This kind of just starts mixing up with like spiritual successors and stuff. But I guess that's just the premise for some spiritual successors.
Yeah,
Just what if we took this and then, well, okay, what about the opposite? What if we made this but bad?
I mean, that's just like what Ubisoft does on EA.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I remember Pray for the Gods because
Yeah,
like Shadow of the Colossus was like hyped, and then there was nothing like it in its peer group, and Pray for the Gods was like gonna be the next one, and then I think it went through development hell, and I think in the final release, people just didn't like it.
yeah, it's a clunky game, but you can tell it was like
Hey,
they just like bit more than they could chew, and they got into like a
I,
little like
you know what? I just checked the Steam store now. It is getting positive reviews now
yeah, because
of all time.
it
So
is not a bad game, but like but like they it was too big for them, and you can tell because it was like an indie studio with like some like public funding and stuff like that. So like you can tell it was too big for them. Uh, what was I going to say? Well, yeah, like you could like that's kind of what EA does. Like they buy a studio and they like, why do you keep making your games so bad?
and then what if we killed you afterwards?
Yeah,
And then you're just like, oh, why did you do that? I like those games. It's like, yeah, but we won't really had this brilliant idea to make them bad
yeah,
and then kill the studio.
yeah. That's great, right? We are genius businessmen. Give me another judge.
I still love like when Sterling made that fucking headline that was like known studio killer EA buys another studio to kill.
Yeah,
You know
and now
about
it's
Prey 2? Oh
Microsoft.
yeah. Prey 2 was supposed to be like a completely different game, right?
Yeah, and it got slapped with the name for marketing reasons. Prey and Prey 2 are not
Yeah.
related at all.
I forget who, you know what? I think it was Hyperbit Hero or someone along those lines who made like a very good piece about like the development cycle of like what Prey 2 was supposed to be. They finished it? Or am I thinking about Prey 3? It was the one that got canned and then the reboot came instead
Yeah, no, it was
that I'm thinking of.
Prey 2 was cancelled, and then they took another game and they just like give it
Yeah,
up.
I do remember some of the footage of Prey 2 and it was very interesting on its ideas.
Yeah, and it
I
looks
think
cool.
it was the one where like a guy had like you could like take the guy hostage or something or reason with him and stuff like that. And it's,
Yeah,
yeah,
and there was like a whole thing about like you were dying and you were getting like clones, so it was like a Mikey 17 situation too.
yeah. Which is a shame. It's like for the time especially, that seemed so advanced in its idea.
Yeah, and I mean
Yeah, but this is yeah.
and like the game that we ended up getting is good. Like Prey 2017 is good. It's a good game, but it's not Prey.
It's
It's not Prey. It's just not
not what
Prey.
people wanted from like that initial promise. Yeah.
So it's weird. It's like
Oh, Bethesda is also like kind of a known studio. I mean, Microsoft is also now known studio killer. So.
yeah, Microsoft. More like
Oh
Microsoft,
yeah.
right? Haha.
But you see that? You see the Dark Side is 4 announcement?
Yeah, they didn't have the balls to give Strife his own game.
I hate. I hate. He's my favorite of them in design.
Yeah,
And you couldn't give him his own game. You had to give him a shared eagle eye view game with War. Because for some reason you were too cowardly to make a Vanquish game.
yeah,
Which is a
because like
cover
that is
shoot.
what. Yeah, just
A
make a
cover
fucking
shoot.
Strife game. Make Vanquish, but with like make Vanquish, but with angels. That's what it has to be.
Just make it Vanquish and just give him or like give him some character action kata combos. Like, oh, come on, man.
Yeah,
Stripe is so cool.
it could be the closest thing we will ever get to an Equilibrium game. Just do it.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, Bethesda was also just like because they were owned under ZeniMax, right? And ZeniMax was just notorious in terms of its like
Yeah,
its management style. Like they're the reason like the engine would never change and like everything was like jank. And then Microsoft buying ZeniMax made people think that there would be a higher tier of quality control.
but there wasn't.
And then yeah, and then we got what was it? Starbound?
Starfield.
Starfield. All these names are fucking generic, but like yeah. And then the whole modding community looked at Starfield and went, "No,
No, we're not going to fix this one. This one's staying like
no,
this.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good."
This one can stay. They can look at the consequences of their actions.
Yeah. Well, this was back in the day, Killa, when people thought that Microsoft doing all these acquisitions would mean a higher tier of cost and like production costs because Microsoft has money.
Yeah.
Until people then realized that yeah, no.
Yeah, like you know where I knew Starfield was going to suck? You know where I knew
When?
Starfield was going to suck? When they made like a press release saying that we got some people. We got some people from like id to work to help us. And you're thinking like, oh, that means you're going to get like Doom style like gunplay and it's going to feel like really good and really dynamic and like be fast and frantic and stuff like that. Right? And they go like, no, we
Mhm.
just got them to like copy the motion blur they use on their engine and put it on our engine.
Oh, that's bad.
Because we
That's
didn't
really
have motion
bad.
blur before.
That's
And that was the beginning and the end of its involvement with Starfield.
that's really,
And it's like you could
that's
have
really.
like, why didn't you ask them to like make guns good? You know, like you have id software. Ask them how you make good like the shoot good, and they will tell you you shoot good by doing this, and you make the guns in your game fun, and people like your game.
I bought this leaf blower candy, right?
Yeah,
What do you think I use it for?
masturbating.
No, it's in the name leaf blow. So what I
Yeah,
do
blow.
is, yeah, I turn it on so it will fan me while I rake the leaves.
Yeah, that's what they did basically.
Yeah, yeah. I need to be a perfect temperature while I rake leaves.
Because this is why people like Doom 2016, right? Because it has very good motion blur, right? That's why people like Doom 2016.
That's why they like it. It's the motion blur. The thing that a lot of people are really iffy on and treat like pineapple on pizza. That's what they want.
The thing everyone turns
Motion blur.
off. Anyway,
Do you like motion blur?
no.
No, no, neither do I.
Except for racing games. I think it works on racing games.
I guess so. I can see that.
But I actually figured out why it works on racing games. Um, and it is because the way the camera on racing games works, the motion blur never actually affects the thing you're looking at. Because of the way like the camera motion works in racing games, the motion blur only affects like the edges, so it doesn't get in the
What
way
about
of you actually like seeing the stuff you want to see.
what about film grain?
Film grain is bad, like off all the time. Like film grain, chromatic aberration, that stuff, like immediately off. I don't care. If
Yeah.
if your artistic vision looks like Vaseline, your artistic vision is bad.
Well, I mean, if you do the historical, well, not historical, but if you try to like do a callback to it, where it's not like the entirety, because LA Noir doesn't abide by it to its entirety, but obviously it uses the filigrane for like some of the presentations of things.
Yeah.
Then sure, but if it's like not necessary to the vision, then yeah, I wouldn't. Why would I even? I didn't even remember film grain as a thing, as like a setting.
You know what? I want something that I'm very bummed nobody has tried. Now
What?
that we have like really good photorealistic graphics and like a like very good like emulation of like camera issues.
Mm-hmm.
Why has nobody tried to make like a fantasy game that looks like an 80s fantasy movie? Like with the enemies looking like Ray Harryhausen like models and stuff like that.
I'm sure like some indie developer would do that, though.
Like I would love that. Imagine a fantasy game where like all of the enemies look like the little like stop motion creatures on like Clash of the Titans and stuff like that.
Oh, that would be cool. That would be nightmare fuel, but that'd be cool. I mean, the only stop motion game that I'm aware of that's still coming that I have no idea if it came out or not is that guy on the submarine thing or whatever, right?
Oh yeah, that came out. That came out like a few months ago actually.
I've heard no one talk about it. Is it bad?
I think it just was like not like it was always like destined to be a niche game. I think people who played it liked it.
Mm-hmm.
Are you talking about Harold Hollywood?
Yes.
Yeah, it came out a while ago. And it has good reviews. So like the people who played it liked it. I think it was just like always they seem to be like a niche product.
Yeah, I feel like stop motion, especially just as like a artistic style, is a hard sell
Yeah.
because like I feel like out of all of them, it gets the most uncanny valley immediately, which can immediately throw people off. I thought it was like a very interesting presentation style choice, but like I'll legitimately say I had not much of an interest to just play it.
The problem with like the stop motion thing on games specifically is that you start running into like a lot of issues because
Hmm.
some stuff has to be running at higher frame rates for the game to even fucking work. So like you start running into like weird contradictions of like, okay, this character is moving at like 15 frames per second, but like the camera is moving at 60, and it's like and like that isn't really a problem for like for example for like the Arc System War games because the camera barely moves in those games. But like the effect of like your guilty gears and stuff like that, it definitely breaks when the camera moves a little bit because there is like
Mm,
immediately this contradiction of like, okay, this is moving at 15 FPS and this is moving at 60 and it looks weird.
I think if I saw stop motion at 60 FPS, I'd freak out.
And you can make it so, but like the thing is like, imagine the fucking amount of work
Yeah, no, the
it
amount
will
of work,
take.
but it's like if you actually did that, I would hate it.
Yeah,
I it would seem like something that's just even more unnatural.
that was actually one of the hardest parts. Like based on like interviews they have given, like the animators for like the Spider-Verse movies,
Hmm.
that was like one of the hardest parts. Like they spent a lot of time experimenting and like trying to figure out how to work with that. Uh, is the camera motion because like they're doing like the decimated animation of the characters, and it's like how do we mesh this with like the camera not moving at like because if you try to move the camera at 15 fps, people are going to get sick. You need to you need to like move the camera at the full frame rate, otherwise people get sick. But if we like move the camera at the full frame rate and the characters have the frame rate, it looks weird. So like how do we do this? Like and they spent a lot of time just like experimenting with that and like trying to figure out solutions and like trying to figure out like workarounds and tricks. So like, it is a huge problem, and because you don't have control of the camera in a game, it is a problem you really cannot overcome in a game.
I mean, to be fair, like also just like Spider Verse is just a very big animator's like passion project of love, just like that team, and the fact that they cared enough to do all of that stuff and the details, right?
Yeah,
Because like, what frame rate do the characters even go at though? I can't remember.
I don't know. I think it varies.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
most things that do the frame rate decimation thing, like and it works, they vary they know they have to vary the frame rate. There are some scenes that have to
yeah,
to move a foot speed. How to speak?
yes.
They know there is some stuff they have to like move at the full speed because otherwise like it gets weird. Uh, but yeah, but even if it doesn't work, at the end I think like anyone who is trying to make anything that isn't just like Sony prestige realism gets kudos from me.
Well, I mean, funny enough, like Spider Verse is Sony, right?
Yeah, but like that's like I feel like there is like a different like a differences between like the movie and like the game division of Sony. I feel like the game division of Sony is like so preoccupied with like prestige.
Well, that's because of like their fucking upper brass, like some of the C-suite. Well, a particular individual you and I don't care for, who thinks that it should be a cinematic experience to which is beholden to a template to the movie, like to movies. When it's like, no, this is its own medium. Stop trying to do this.
Yeah,
It's its own medium that's extremely valid in its own right and has eclipsed movies in terms of sales and profitability.
yeah.
So why are you trying to emulate something like this?
Also everyone on the academy is like an old pasty creep. So why would you want their approval anyway?
Yeah. They don't understand. They don't understand jack shit. Why would they? Even if you made
They
the
don't even watch
most
the movies.
cinematic, even if you made the most cinematic video game, the Academy would just snub their nose at it as soon as you said game.
Yeah,
So why bother?
yeah. Cater to the people who like games. Fucking idiot.
Yeah, respect your audience and stop doing this bullshit.
Yeah. But yeah,
I heard the Last of Us series was like tanking in views as well. It was like reinforcing the whole thing where the Last of Us 2's arc was actually bad because it was adapting the second one's arc,
yeah,
and then Druckmann would not acknowledge this.
yeah. It feels like I don't know. The Last of Us like two. It feels like the story doesn't. It's trying to have a moral without like having a moral. It's like revenge is bad, like it isn't though. But like it's bad, but like
But I'm gonna keep doing revenge though.
yeah, but like revenge is bad, but like if you're angry about Joel, I get it, and you should get to kill her. Yeah, right. Like, which by the way, that is like one of the things I'm going to die on. Like Joel was not a good person, and he deserved what he got.
I'm with you. I don't think anyone who's like going like, but Joel was a good guy. And like he's a complex guy. He's a very interesting character case. He's not a good person.
Yeah,
Even before he made the big critical decision, he was far from being a good person.
yeah.
He's done shit.
I didn't even know there was a Twisted Metal show.
There is. I've not watched it.
Is Anthony Mackie on it?
Yeah, I remember him being in like some sort of promotional thing, like a poster or like a article where it was just his photo.
Oh yeah, Anthony Mackie is on it. Huh. So I guess I have heard of it. Just like a vague memory telling me that Anthony Mackie is in it.
Who plays Sweet Tooth?
Twisted Metal show. Sweet Tooth is played by Samoa Joe.
Oh, he's played by Will Arnett. He's
What?
played by BoJack Horseman. Candy.
Why is Google telling me it's Samoa Joe?
The Twisted Metal TV show from 2023. No, it's Will Arnett. That's a funny casting.
Oh no.
Samoa Joe is the body, and then Will Arnett's the voice.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
that's weird.
Well, ain't no way Will Arnett's gonna got the body for Sweet Tooth.
I don't know. Like I
Some
feel
of
like that
his
is one of those names that like with that name, I'm surprised he is not only he doesn't do like with that name. I would have expected him to like do only comedies. It's like just like way too funny of a name.
Samoa Joe.
No. We learn it.
Well, he is. He's in Arrested Development.
Yeah, but he does like some serious stuff too.
Yeah, BoJack is apparently extremely depressing. He did a fun improv series, I think, or technical improv series called Murderville, where it's like he brings like a celebrity to solve like this murder mystery thing.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's like there's a new crime each episode, and he brings like a comedian celebrity in, and it's like an improv special, and they're like his guest sidekick.
Yeah.
And Murderville, I think it only had one season, 7 episodes, but it was a fun time from what I watched. I'm trying to think of more, honestly, though.
BoJack is pretty both. I keep saying
Like
to myself I'm
depressing
going to
and
watch
funny.
BoJack, but
I
I
have
never come
no
around
interest.
to.
I can't do that to myself. The depressing things I've heard, I wouldn't be able to handle it.
I don't know. I kind of like fucked up stuff.
That's valid. That's valid. I mean, it's a very interesting insight to look into and see the perspective of like a person who's gone through like some of the worst shit. But it's like there's also a part of it where it's like you just sit there and take soul damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they still making? Yeah. Oh yeah. They're still making Always Sunny, right?
Yeah, they're still making Always Sunny. Always Sunny also got into very emotional places in the later seasons.
Yeah.
Charlie's character has like a very emotional scene. Mac has a very emotional scene. It's the one with Danny DeVito going, "I get it." Like I
Yeah.
finally get it. Dennis gets like an emotional scene kind of, but it's like the least because like he's sociopathic, but it's a very interesting twist for his character.
Yeah. Then he's
Like
just
he
like
doesn't make Yeah. Dennis is something, but Dennis essentially
he's
I mean,
never
spoiler,
he's
no
never
spoiler.
going to have an epiphany.
Spoiler, no spoiler. He essentially realizes he has like a dependent on him, And rather than like the usual apathetic psychotic self-prioritization, he goes like he literally looks at the rest of the cast and he's like, I gotta grow up. And then he just leaves. And to be fair, the real reason is because the actor had to do the movie about like the BlackBerry company
Yeah.
or something, like Waterloo and stuff. But it's like it's nice enough because it's like unlike the other two characters where their emotional scenes are very like the central focus. A character like Dennis, it kind of makes sense that he would be like that, where it's not like hamming it up. He's very methodical as a character, very unfeeling, so it would feel unnatural for him to just weep and shit. So he just
Yeah.
goes like, "No, I have like a sense of duty," and then he just does it.
Yeah. I don't feel any emotion, but I feel like this is the right thing to do. So like, we're going to do it anyway.
Yeah, yeah. And to be fair, those three work. I think Dee and Danny DeVito's character, Frank, are like the only characters who haven't gotten like the deep emotional ones just yet.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, but that's
so
because D
we'll
is a bird, and
see.
birds don't have emotions.
The birds don't have emotions. That poor woman. There's one episode where they just be nice to her for the full episode and she emotionally breaks. And then the end of the episode is like, ah, we got you. And it's just like,
He's like, haha, pranked. I was being nice to you.
and everyone's just like, fuck. Jesus Christ. Always Sunny is one of those series where like the first few episodes are really cringe inducing and you have to absorb that shockwave.
Yeah.
And then the rest of it is just extremely funny because of how fucked up it is.
Yeah, I feel like we need more comedies that are just like about like incredibly fucked up people doing bad stuff.
Well, I mean, it's like that was Seinfeld too. Like we've talked about this way before, but it's just like the mentality of like, oh, we're not going to be a cheesy sitcom where you learn a lesson over and over again every week, because a lot of writers will tend to forget and then make a new problem that contradicts the lesson they learned,
Yeah.
which just makes the character look like an idiot.
Yeah.
And so the workaround with Seinfeld was, oh, these are extremely neurotic people who are stubborn and do not learn. And it's
Yeah.
like, oh, okay.
I don't even. I mean, I don't watch a lot of sitcoms. I think Always On is the only one I ever like actually watched to any length. So I don't know a lot about them.
I've taken my break from sitcoms for now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I watched way too many.
I don't know. I feel like most sitcoms are like way too long. Like there's too much.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I mean, like because like you'll get some full character arcs and then like the some sort of studio or network just buys them out and just kind of runs it into the ground.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
And then it stops being good.
Sounds being good, and then like you could legit like start a series and then look at the Wikipedia page and it's like in season 13 he murdered a man and then had a son.
Do you
It's like what
remember
the
when?
fuck?
Do you remember when The Simpsons was good? I
I
remember.
do, I do. Some of the episodes are some of those episodes still really funnily hit home. I just like how like stupid everyone can be, because there was that one. I think one of my favorite clips is still like Homer's about to ditch work and he just goes to Mr. Burns and he's like, I'm leaving work, cover for me. And then Mr. Burns just goes to Homer's seat and just slacks off and eats donuts. And then he doesn't question it. And then he just does it.
Yeah.
And I love old Simpsons humor. And then it was Futurama and it wasn't. Yeah, Futurama also got ran into the fucking ground, which was a shame because Futurama was really funny. And then it became a little too topical.
Yeah. Do you remember when?
Boondocks was so funny.
Do you remember
And then
when?
it got topical.
Do you remember when they made an episode of The Simpsons where Lady Gaga shows up?
Oh yeah, Lady Gaga was in The Simpsons.
Do you remember when they made an episode where Katy Perry shows up? And she has a musical number with like live action puppets of the characters, and it's like very stupid.
Did you watch like Boondocks, Candy?
No, I have never gotten around to that.
Okay, can
I have the clips. I have the clips. There are so many clips.
can I put can I put the clip of this one in the, because I still love this one. I still love this one.
Magnificent.
Magnificent. This is
Now,
my
this right here
favorite
is
one.
where I grew
Everyone
up.
talks about the fry bit, but I love this one.
Let me see. Let me see if I can like put him in here. All right, OBS crashed. I forgot. It's so nice how it crashes like slowly. And where are you? Where are you? Here you are. Hello. Projector. Are you going to turn on? There you are. Why are you so big? Get smaller, please. Thank you.
Now this right here is where I grew up. I seen everything, man, everything. I seen the nigga get killed right over there, you know? They beat him up, stomped him, shot the dude, stomped the nigga again, and then I seen him take a dump on the dude. I swear to God, man, they actually like shot a deuce on this nigga, man. You know what I'm saying? They shot on the nigga, man. And I started thinking to myself, man, what did he do to make them niggas that mad?
Like, yeah, what do you do?
It's just the fact he looks up in the sky and wonder.
Yeah, like,
Makes the whole
like the real
What did
question
he
of
do
life
to
is
make
like,
him that mad?
why are they so mad?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I highly
The
recommend
problem is that I
Boondocks
can
as a
never quote. The
watch.
problem is when I watch that show, I just straight up can never quote anything from it.
Yeah, I mean, people usually swap out like a neighbor.
I'm too
Because that's what
pasty.
they do for the that's why they do for the fry bit, because everyone quotes the fry Boondocks bit, but it's like it's a neighbor. They swap out neighbor. I think that's the same episode where like the spoof of Ellen DeGeneres was in. It's because it was because Riley called one kid gay in the cafeteria. I think.
Do you remember when Ellen was a thing?
I do. Do you remember when she had a sitcom that was bad?
Yeah.
Yeah. No one remembers that. No one talks about that. That very mid sitcom.
I don't know, it felt good for me when when a lot of stuff started coming out, because I always I had no evidence, but I always felt like in my bones like Ellen was a bad person. So it felt like vindicating. It's like, oh yeah, I knew I hated her for a reason. I knew it. I knew it.
I mean, to be fair, her show, like a lot of people just said, like what she would do is she'd just make people uncomfortable for the content of the show.
Yeah.
Which is just like really fucked up. I mean, like also like lots of talk show hosts do that. Like I think David Letterman was extremely like abusively, like verbally abusive to like Lindsay Lohan when she was recovering from like drug addiction.
Yeah.
And stuff. And he to be fair, like the full story is pretty much he's in the wrong because he did not, for the sake of the interview, you're supposed to give clearance on what questions you're going to ask. He completely went off script just to like make fun of her. And she's being pretty professional about it. She's like, this isn't what we agreed upon.
Yeah.
And he just like berates her. And to be fair, David Letterman has had a history of being pretty terrible to like subordinates,
Yeah.
particularly women, back in that day. And he's made apologies then, but I don't think he ever apologized to Lindsay Lohan, which is still shitty. Like, admit that you fucked up. That wasn't cool.
Speaking of,
It's like in hindsight, especially, I feel bad for her and like Britney Spears, like just like taking the brunt of that shit.
speaking of TV shows like that, did you know there is a Maori board game?
I did not.
And the goal is to not be the father. Like, I'm not joking. You win if you are not the father.
I forgot about Maury Povich so much. Who was the other one? Jerry Springer? Yeah, Jerry Springer. Trash TV. People really love trash TV.
There is a Maori board game, and your goal is to not be the father.
To be fair, my mom was really into trash TV when I
I
was
mean,
younger.
we had those two. Like down here, we had those two.
Because she would watch Jerry Springer. She'd watch Maury Povich. She'd watch Judge Judy. And it's just like every episode is like the same archetype of like a kind of terrible and uneducated
Yeah.
person. and the whole episode is to just like, thrive off of this trashy situation. And you're like,
Yeah, and it's like yeah, but like I feel like every culture has those shows. Like
yeah, I know.
around here we have one called Caso Cerrado. I don't know if you ever
Mhm.
if you spend enough time out like around Hispanics, eventually you're going to make a joke about Caso Cerrado. Because it was like it was basically just a combination of like what was her name? Judy. Yeah, it was basically a combination of that and like Dr. Phil.
Oh yeah, Brits also have like Love Island, which is apparently like another trashy romance TV show
No, you remember Milf
with very
Manor?
like shallow people. No.
Wait, you didn't hear about Milf Manor?
Oh wait, no. I think you told me about MILF Manor. Yeah, yeah, I remember this. I remember this poster because I think one of you told me about it.
It is literally called. I'm looking it up, and it is literally called the Maori game. You are not the father.
Oh god.
No, but no, but yeah, and like I always thought like Milf Manor was so weird because for some reason like they like why did they decide like okay, so like the idea of having like a bunch of like having like a dating show with like the females are like all older than the men is not necessarily like a terrible idea. Like for the standards of trash TV, like it is trash, but it is not like especially like egregious trash, right? But then they decide to make all the young guys on the island like the sons of the old ladies. Like that is the part like nobody mentions when they mention that there was a show called Milk Manor. Is that all of the young men were the sons of like one of the older women on the show? So like you are on a dating show and the whole time your mom is also on a dating show, and it's like why? Why are you doing? I don't want to go to a dating show with my mom. That's like the weirdest fucking thing. I was like, why? Why? Like it like immediately like, "Ugh, please don't." Like it immediately opens so many weird questions that I don't want to I don't want to consider, right? It's like because like it can go wrong. Like there are ways for that to go wrong, and all of them are like, yeah, I don't like that. I don't like it. Feels icky. Yeah. So did you hear me explaining the did you hear me explaining the premise of Love Island of like Milf Manor,
Yeah, you did. I mean, I did.
where like all of the like young guys are like the sons or like the old ladies on the show.
Yeah, that's pretty terrible.
So like yeah, like there are many ways that can go wrong, and all of them are bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Don't tell me the show actually had that as a subplot, right? Like that never happened,
I don't
right?
know. I didn't watch it, but I know.
Because like that could go bad really fast.
I didn't watch it because it made me jealous.
Of course. All right. Yeah. All
No, but
right.
like yeah, like it's like and like apparently there was like a contest once where they had to touch the abs or like the ladies had to touch the abs of the guys and see if they could like find out which one was their sons.
Oh, ew.
Ew. Yeah, ew. Ew. Like you think the
No,
show
don't do that.
is like you think like you look at the you look at the name, you look at the poster, and you think that show sounds like trash, and then you learn about it, and it's like, oh, that's ew, ew.
Yeah, that gets
That's
worse.
special.
That gets worse. How do these people come back from the show without everyone going like, "What the hell?"
I mean, they look like the kind of like everyone on the show looks like the kind of like white rich person that is like already surrounded by horrible people anyway.
Mm.
You know that
Mm.
particular brand of like suburbanite?
Yeah, no, I get what you mean. Like the wine mom.
Yeah.
The wine mom and like the son that's never been reprimanded
Yeah.
once in his life. Yeah, okay.
The son who doesn't have a job because he's trying to make it as a TikTok prankster.
God, remember YouTube pranks
Yeah.
and how that shit went? That shit was like the mainstream for a while, and how terribly it went.
Yeah.
I hated those motherfuckers. Even when they became like personalities off of it, most of them obnoxious as hell.
Yeah.
Like to the point where I'm like, is this a bit?
Yeah, it's
Because
like, are you
holy
actually
crap,
are you actually this unlikable?
like, cause like there's no like, how can you be so engineered to be so offensive to the senses?
Yeah, like there is no way someone there is no way someone this unlikable like made it through school without killing themselves, right?
It's just oh, Jesus, but it's just like, how did you manage to press all the wrong buttons just by being there? It's so wild.
It's like you are genetically engineered to just like nobody likes you. Nobody likes you. Except other people with that same shitty like broccoli haircut. Those are the only people who like you.
Like it's fucked up. Don't like I don't even okay. I genuinely don't get like how people like prank videos.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, because it's just like, do you not have any empathy for the person that might have got screwed over here?
Yeah, and then you start getting to like if I would argue most of the stuff are not even pranks. Like you just call them pranks, but like you're being a dick, dude.
Yeah, some of them
You're just assaulting
yeah,
people.
you're just being a dick.
Like some of them
I
are
guess
just
there's a
assault.
reason. I guess there is probably that as a reason why some of the clips where like some guy punches the guy get kept in, because it's like I'm sure like the audience would love that as a form of catharsis.
Yeah. I'm just waiting for
I
one
mean,
of
like
them
the
to die.
famous "It's a prank,
That would be
bro."
really funny.
Well, I mean, during the heyday, like there were some guys who legitimately like got sued because their pranks went too far and literally injured a person, or somewhere I think the person genuinely just did die. You're just like, Jesus.
Yeah, but like the thing is, like a lot of them are in America. Like just mess with the wrong person and get shot, idiot. That would be really funny.
That would be an interesting way to end a video.
And nobody's going to
And then
convict that
everyone,
guy because you suck. Nobody likes you. If you get shot, nobody's going to convict the person who killed you.
just go to the funeral. It's like that punk bitch deserved it. That's so messed up.
Yeah. And then the fucking casket breaks, and he's like he died like he lived. Just like, no.
I thought you were gonna say something pun based for some reason.
No, I don't have any puns today.
I feel like we're losing steam right now.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably because
Yeah.
it's like almost 12 for you and like 11 for me.
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
Uh,
I mean, okay.
Actually, what do you call a bear? What do you call a bear without any teeth?
A bear without any what?
Any teeth?
What?
A gummy bear.
I feel like so many of our interactions are just you saying things and I just shut off. And I want you to know it's not like I do this manually, it just happens. What happens is I'm silent and my brain is just like, yeah, candy. That's it.
Yeah.
What are you planning to do next week, buddy?
Work. Fucking hate being an adult,
Fair.
man.
When are you gonna be able to reschedule your shifts?
Probably in like
Like an
a couple of
estimate?
weeks.
Oh yeah. Another thing in my week. So the character that I wanted for Mahjong Souls banner is up, and then I got like my 15 monthly rolls, and then I rolled all of them, and he didn't show up. So I'm going to uninstall Mahjong Souls.
Yeah. You have broken the cut. You have broken the gacha. You have broken
Yeah,
the
the
gacha.
gotcha. Listen, the gotcha had its shot. I just wanted this character. His banner ends in like 2 days. I'm not about to buy another like 10 roll for this loser. He's just a PNG. I uninstalled it. I'm
Yeah.
good.
Because
live.
that is the thing like the free to play game monetization. It is very good at hooking people until they lose the first time.
Yeah. I mean, I like the mahjong aspect of it, but even then, when I got to like a higher rank, because I'm like higher rank in mahjong now, like all the games are just like slog after slog. It is exhausting.
Are there actually other people who are good at the game on that in the
Of
game?
course there are. Yeah, yeah, because it's the only play you can. It's the only way you can play mahjong online. That's like that has a lot of competition.
No.
Because like once you hit expert rank, people joke that expert 1 is just called adept 4, because chances are as soon as you get into expert rank 1, you're going to go back into the previous rank.
Yeah.
So you're just gonna have to deal with it. And then once you go higher, like the chances of you going back down ranks is just increases. And you have to either get really familiar with the game or just like die.
Yeah. What do you think is the
And,
what do you think is the proportion of people playing Mahjong songs for the Mahjong and people playing Mahjong songs for the PNGs?
proportion probably just the PNGs. I don't think I don't think like you would go into Mahjong Souls without wanting to play Mahjong. Because if you just wanted pretty anime people, you could just go to any other gacha without a complex like gameplay state.
Okay, but maybe that is what like because sometimes you just really like a character, you know. Sometimes and it's like there is no other character
Well,
like
yeah,
that
but
on
like,
any other game.
but at the same time, it's just like you would still need some base familiarity with Mahjong, I'd imagine.
Maybe you
Like,
end
you'd
up
have to
liking
have
the game.
something awarding you, because like
Can you imagine?
you
Can you imagine saying
you
how to learn?
playing the you playing the Mahjong gives you like gifts and stuff you can give to the character to up your bond and stuff.
Like, can you imagine you see a hot character and you're like, I'm going to download that game, and then a year later you're like sitting on your bed and go like, sons of a bitch, you tricked me into liking Mahjong.
I think that was their goal all along. It was their goal all along.
The fucking assholes. I'm good at Mahjong now, and I didn't even notice.
I've been facing the Japanese aunties, and I'm taking their money. It's a fun game. It's like to be fair, it's just like whenever you get into high ranks, and I'm at that point where it's just like I don't really have too many online friends who play so regularly that I could play it. I tried getting Dura into it, but we'd need 2 other people, and that's not gonna happen. So
Yeah, you cannot get me into like regular card games. You are not going to get me into Mahjong.
yeah, I'm not gonna get you into Mahjong. You weren't an option, Candy. I knew that wasn't gonna last. Patchy, absolutely not. She can't play Mahjong in FF14. The only ones I could possibly think of are maybe like Prude and Phlegm.
A drunk Frenchman
And,
playing Mahjong. Yeah, that works.
and a shit disturbing German man. We're in for some trouble if that happened.
I mean, like I wouldn't Prude plays so many like board games and card
Board
games that it
games,
wouldn't
yeah.
surprise me if he's already good at Mahjong, and you just
Yeah,
and he
no.
just like never told anyone.
Prude's kind of hardwired different in that way. He's very quick on the uptake when it comes to a board game. Or
He's
some
very
sort of
German.
strategy game. He's very German. Yeah, that's true. I mean, to be fair, so is Dura, but like Dura is like puzzle game platformer man.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he'll be like, I don't like puzzle games. Like, what are you talking about?
He also has like Dura also has like the fucking like no emotion, like complete like always deadbeat thing.
Yeah.
Yet. I haven't tried Brown those 2 yet. Remember that. I have a new phone now.
Did my dog just pass gas?
Yeah, dogs do that sometimes. They're farty.
I know, but the way I noticed was I heard the noise, but then I heard he scared himself when he did it.
Yeah. Actually, I think like that is one of my favorite things about like now that the horse girl game is popular, I'm seeing a lot more like just like regular like horse videos, and like horses are I think horses are very ugly, but they're also like really funny.
I think horses are kind of majestic looking.
There's and I saw a video of a horse who like cheats, then he like leans over to smell to smell his own shit.
Oh, you already talked about this. This is like gold ship.
It smells so
Gold ship's
bad.
descendant or something.
It smells so bad. He almost passes out, and then he goes back to smell his shit again.
Oh wait, it's Goldchip's ancestor, right?
Yeah, he's dad.
Yeah.
So it's genetic.
You talked about this. You talked about this last week. It's just like this is like Jesus Christ. There was never a chance.
There's a new character that pulls a sword out of her womb tattoo. Yeah, I know, and there's also one that pulls swords out of her armpits. I've seen her.
What is with this pulling swords out of? What's the? Okay.
Listen, Brown Dust is a game about one thing and one thing only.
That is
Boobs.
valid. Valid.
Like there is no like, because like you know how like other gacha games try to hide the Gunner stuff like under like special costumes and or stuff like that, or like you know they
You
try to
wouldn't
like
understand.
they try to make like some characters look normal to like have a balance, right? To like have a veneer of normality. Like
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Brown Dust too doesn't care.
You're talking about boobs also. It's just like Mass Effect. We went back to this. It's just like the female aliens having boobs just implies that they nurse and make milk.
Yeah.
Which is an innately mammalian thing, even though not all of them are outright mammals. So it's just like apparently across the universe, the universal thing is like get milk from the titties.
Yeah. I mean, God recognizes the titty. It is like
It's a universal truth.
yeah. The titty is the meaning of life.
Yeah, yeah, I guess so. Asari have it.
You just like
Tally
you know
has
that episode of Futurama
Mercury.
where you know that episode of Futurama where Bender meets God.
Oh yeah. Like it's after he like has the colonies living on him, right? And they all go extinct.
Yeah. And he
Yeah,
was like
yeah,
into
yeah.
space and he meets God in space.
Yeah, and then yeah.
What if you were in the situation and you went to God and he was like, "Hey man, you seen boobs? I love boobs. I'm very proud of that one. Probably the best thing I made up. Very proud of that."
It's just me having a conversation with you. I'd be quiet for a second and be like, you do know there's like a bunch of suffering going on. Could you do anything about that?
Yeah, but like, I made ass too, you know?
Fair. You know what? Fair. You got me with that one. I guess I can live with it.
I'm not, like, I think it's going to be like, I'm going to giggle about that for like the next entire week. Just like the idea of God being really, really proud of like coming up with the idea of boobs. It's like, that's the best idea I ever had.
It just crosses off so many things at once.
Everyone loves them.
Everyone loves them. They're a hit.
They're the best thing I ever did.
Even hell loves titties. We both agree.
People like boobies more than they like my son.
Not untrue. Not untrue. And this is coming from someone who is raised Christian Catholic.
Yeah. I mean, I was raised Catholic too.
Yeah. This link. I had to have an awkward conversation with my mom about me being ambivalent to the idea of God. And it's very funny to have a talk with a person who's like a very firm believer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when I told my dad, he was like, eventually you're going to see the truth. And I was like, yeah, uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And I saw the truth, and the truth was boobs.
And then that's when your dad went, damn, you right. And then he put down his Bible. And he walked off in the sunset.
No, unfortunately he went, damn, you're right, and he cheated on my mom.
Oh. Ooh. Loosening my collar. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then that got messy, and I punched him, and he moved to another country. And that's the end of that.
That's the start of Candy's spin-off series.
That actually happened. I legitimately punched my dad so hard he got scared and moved to another country.
We've been over. I've known this well before. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm normal.
No one who is says that.
What do you mean? You know me, I'm
No
normal.
one. I can hear your smile.
Why?
I can hear that grin you have on your face.
No, never.
You can't even. I hear the teeth in there too now. You're bad at it.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
Well, Candy's punching dads, but right now we got to punch out
Yeah,
because the podcast is over.
yeah.
Follow me at youtube.com/@nocturne. That's youtube.com/@nocturne. And then also, if you somehow haven't followed Candy, follow Candy on PanickingCandy on both her Twitch and her YouTube. And if you're already following her, unfollow her and then follow her again.
Yeah, that's how it
I just
counts,
screw
right?
up.
You just add.
Yeah, I
Just
just
add.
screw. I just screw up all your analytics. One day you're just like, what's going on? Check her Blue Sky for her organized thoughts, and don't check what she likes there. Join her Discord to see her disorganized thoughts as well. And
I
they'll be
was talking about
happening,
getting impregnated by magic from Marvel Rivals there yesterday. It's a fun place.
Oh my god.
I mean, did you see the new
But
skin?
you were getting impregnated?
Yeah. I mean, did you see the new skin?
It's such bot behavior. No. Yeah, that was a good response. That really brought you. Oh, she looks cool. Yeah. I like the antennae. But yeah, the bot will leave all the links provided.
They should
and
make
if you
her
have
more
such
muscular.
feedback-
I feel like she should be more muscular. Like, she has a fucking, like, sword that is, like, as tall as her. She should be more muscular.
We bullied her. I thank you. Thank you, Silent. You're doing God's work. Damn it, your horniness made me lose track of everything.
It's like a virus.
It's like a fire. The bot will leave all the links provided, and if you have such feedback for the podcast, like Candy, you go for it.
Please contain your horniness to only your server. I see what you do when you use your server too.
It sounded oddly specific. Like that wasn't rehearsed. Like someone told you that. That was actual feedback.
No, the thing is like that VTuber I mentioned, like I mentioned her because she has actually called me out about it before. Like I remember.
So we're taking actual. Yeah, okay. So we're taking.
Like I remember.
We're taking.
I remember. It was her birthday and she made like a kudo board. You know what a kudo board is, right?
A what?
A kudo board. It is like.
Oh yeah. We
Yeah.
made kudo birds before. Yeah.
It was her birthday, so like her mods made a kudo board, and I left a little message there, right? Because she's like special to me because like she was like the first VTuber that I, like with a community I ever engaged with. Like she wasn't the first I ever watched, but she was like the first with a community I ever engaged with. So and of course because I started engaging with the community, that got me into like other communities and other VTubers. So like there is a very real like argument to be made that I wouldn't be here if I hadn't like found her, right? So whenever it's her birthday or stuff like that, I always try to leave a nice message and stuff like that. So she's like on the stream reading the messages, and she gets my message, she reads it, and she's like, that's so nice, Candy. Even though I see the things you say on the Discord, I see them. I know what you are.
I know what you. Okay. So this time it's actual real feedback we've gotten from a VTuber superior. And to that we'll say, well, okay, Candy will say whatever she wants. I have no control over her server. So,
Yeah.
oh well.
Yeah, like
Imagine your
nobody's
streamer
going to want
finally
me on my
acknowledges
server.
you, but it's
You're not safe.
Thanks for listening. Stay safe. Have a happy and wonderful week, everyone. Love
Yeah.
you, Candy. Bye.
Love you too. Bye-bye.
Wow.
Oop. And he disappeared. He's gone. I don't know. It was really funny that time. That's genuinely one of my favorite things that ever happened. I think it's really funny that Yusu actually like knows that I'm like I just like thinking of her server with my horny. It's really funny. But yeah, my head hurts. Yeah, thank you everyone for stopping by. Sorry for like still not my voice. Still not like I'm still like struggling a lot with the new schedule and like finding time. So sorry for still not streaming this week. I am working. I want to like figure out a way to like make it work because I do really enjoy being here. And I want to like make a way to like still have the time to be here and like do this because it's really fun. And like I'm thinking now that I have like that income coming in, like the work, I have a chance to like after I paid my bills, like start like saving the what's left and actually like start like investing again into like the project we had for like the retro gaming PC and like actually start creating content with that. I think that would be really fun. But yeah, thank you everyone for your patience. Thank you everyone for your patience and your oh, that's not, is that nice? I think that's nice. That's nice, Silent. Yeah, thank you for your patience with like me trying to adapt to like the new schedule and shit. I will make it work because I want to make it work. So I will find a way to make it work eventually. But to have patience in the meantime, I appreciate that. That being said, yeah, thank you everyone for stopping by. I hope you had a fun day, fun night, fun rest of your time zone. And I'm going to eat. I'm going to go eat because it's 11 p.m. and I haven't eaten since lunch and I'm hungry. And this is probably bad for my health. So I should probably go eat. Where is the button? Don't get used to it. To what? To you being nice to me? Yeah, I know. I know. But yeah. Again, thank you everyone for stopping by. I really do appreciate you guys like still being here despite how quiet I've been this past month. I really do appreciate. Like it means a lot to me. So really thank you a lot. So yeah. Thank you for being here and I hope you have a good day, good night, good rest of your time zone, and I'll see you again. I hope soon. I really do hope soon. Let me see. Yeah. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye. Where did I go? All right, Discord. I forgot that Discord kicks you out of a call. So now I'm invisible. Now I'm a ghost. Boo. I'm a ghost. I'm haunting you. Boo. I'm going to steal your food. Boo. Because I'm a ghost. Boo. But yeah. Thank you, everyone. See you again. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Where is the button?